Hey, everybody. It's Friday. Happy Friday.
Yep.
Happy March.
Right.
It's fucking March.
Yeah.
Which means it's going into spring and summer, my least favorite times of year.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Winter's really dark in here.
Well, I told you.
You're right. Yeah.
Didn't I tell you before? I was like, you messed with the lights because you were taking some pictures in here.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to put them back.
It's good enough.
Because I don't know what you did. So
I guess it's good enough.
this is why I told you.
Let's see who's here. Sebastian's in here. Danny's in here. Deborah. Zach. Brother Zachary. They got like 5 Zachs.
Is that Brother Zachary from the Omega Man?
Yeah. Okay, DVD Dragon is asking me if I could beat Tom Hardy in the back arch game.
You know what? I was just asking you about that when we were at Harbor Freight the other day.
Yeah.
I made a joke about. I don't remember what led up to that, but I was like, I made a joke about your Tom Hardy butt arch.
The Tom Hardy back arch game.
Let
me see.
Let's see how we're. It's oh my god! It's like we're only in the show like a minute, and he's already like taking his pants off. You see what happens? He's already getting naked. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember what led up to that joke, but I was just kind of like, yeah, we were in Harbor Freight the other day buying a fucking. What were we buying? Like a fucking floor jack or something like that.
Fine. Floor jacks. I was looking at a fucking pneumatic. Fucking air ratchet stuff.
And something came
Pneumatic
up about
hose
the
and-
Tom Hardy back arch. I don't remember what it
You
was.
brought up something about back arch. I was like, yeah.
All right. 13KM Superfan says, greetings from Luxembourg. Well, hey there.
What's up?
We haven't put much on our 13KM thing in a long time, but we'll eventually get back around to
Somebody
it.
asked about that?
Well, their screen name is 13KM Superfan.
Oh, okay.
So-
Yeah, we haven't been on there in a while.
Yeah. I mean,
Other shit happened. My dad died. Fucking had an inheritance hit me. Had a bunch of fucking stuff to do with this car that I bought. Doing shit like paying off credit cards and trying to get back in the game. I got another installment of it coming. Probably in a couple weeks, I would think. But Jen, you should guys see how Jen show everybody what you're wearing. Jen's looking fantastic.
just my dress.
Oh, she doesn't want me to see it. She doesn't want to show it. I'm gonna have to fucking grab it.
You're gonna make everybody motion.
Yeah.
You're gonna give everybody motion
Yeah.
sickness.
Look at that.
You're gonna give everybody motion sickness.
Yeah.
You
Their
know,
little cute little boots.
just my boots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, don't get that close.
Come on, stand up.
Jeez, here we go.
Yeah.
Ugh, you always gotta make me so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Right there. Look at that
I
fucking
get all
dress.
comfortable in my
Look
chair.
at that
and then I
dress.
gotta like fucking.
Yeah, that shit's so awesome.
I don't think I've worn this to mannequins before, have I?
No.
I don't remember.
Let me turn it this way.
This is
Yeah,
not
turn
really
it that way.
something I would have normally worn to mannequins. but
Yeah.
I'll risk it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I can sit back down.
You
again.
can sit back down now.
Thank you. I'm allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I wore this to Memento before, but that's a lot safer. But we're going to mannequins tonight, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
Yeah,
guess
we're
I
getting
already
ready.
spent all this time
We're
getting,
getting
ready, so I guess we are.
What I ought to do is wear.
You want to wear your eye patch? Yeah.
I want to wear my eye patch to the club.
Mm-hmm.
People say, "What happened to your eyes?" Nothing. It's there. I see you.
I can see you through it.
That shit there, man.
That's my third eye, except really just my second
I
eye.
can
That's my
see-
psychic eye.
This shit here fucking cut my circulation off. After a
It
while.
probably will, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look like something happened. Yeah. I got blown up.
I got blown up.
Yeah.
Someone poked out my eye.
Yeah.
You have to come up with like a really badass story, like an alligator ate it or something. You know what I mean? If you're gonna do that.
I was packing a pipe bomb, and I was sitting there packing that powder in there, and it shit sparked, and when it blew, it fucking shot the damn ramrod up into my eye, killed me, but I lived.
It killed me, but I lived. Tom.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
another T-shirt right
Yeah.
there. It killed me,
killed
but I lived.
but I survived it. Yeah.
It was rough going there for a while,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I didn't think I was gonna make it. I didn't make
was
it,
just
but I
making it
did.
up on the fly. I was lying.
The
Took
shit-
it too far.
the sh-
Took it too far. I had to back off of it.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm sure y'all know because you've been around here a long time, but Tom generally does not think before he speaks. Mm-hmm. So he just says shit. Yeah. And then he has to kind of like backtrack.
Yeah, it depends on what's going on.
And like come up with some story.
It makes me a very ineffective liar. I don't really.
It does. That's true because you just blurt shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's no master plan. I'm just telling you the way I think it is.
Like at whatever moment.
At that moment. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then like an hour from now, he'll just forget he said that. Mm-hmm. But I mean, that's pretty funny though.
It's in the moment.
It killed me, but I lived. But I lived.
What's up, Gramthars Zim?
I really love that.
What's up?
Gramthars is here. Yeah, Zach said, so mom is back home, so to speak. Yeah, his mom died, in case you guys didn't know.
Okay, yeah.
We put the ashes on the mantle. Yeah, I mean, we did that to my grandpa for a long time, too. Zach says, also, so in less upsetting news, apparently, eyes wide shit.
Eyes wide shit?
Eyes wide shit, that's what it says. But he always says shit instead of shut, which that's what happens on my spell check too, because I'm so used to typing shit. Is getting a 4K release soon. We already have it though, right?
Yeah.
We have it. We should probably get a 4K at some point, but it'll be a while.
I think I have almost everything Kubrick did.
Yeah, probably. Other than maybe like a few of the older, the obscure ones. I don't. It's like we don't have like Barry Lyndon. I don't think. I haven't even seen that since I was a kid. That's another one I need to revisit, probably. Ira says, looks like Tom's going to fight at least one person tonight. Let's hope not.
Yeah.
But
last time I almost did get in a fight with two dudes. I walk into the bathroom, the jaw. All right? It's only got one toilet in it. I'm walking in, and as I'm walking in, two dudes start walking in with me.
Yeah. And this is there's 3 bathrooms in the place, but they're like individual bathrooms. They're not like multi-person bathrooms. You go in there and you lock the door and you pee. Yeah.
So I walk in and you get two dudes walking behind me and they're trying to talk to me too. They, hey man, get in. They go, no, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm trying to take a piss. And then they go, oh, and then they want to leave the bathroom. And I said, why are you trying to stay in here, man? Y'all trying to suck some dick or something? Y'all gay?
I mean, that's.
And then they got fucking mad, and I was just saying, no, come on.
What did
and
they
I started fucking backing up, fucking pulling.
What did they
think
was gonna happen?
Go ahead, and then all.
Why are you following motherfuckers?
So then I fucking pushed the
bathroom?
first one out, boom, like that, and then he started fighting to try to get in the bathroom, and I fucking like that. And his hand came through the door, and I fucking bap hit his hand, and he pulled it back in.
Then
and then they kicked the fucking door, and then I heard the bouncers grab him, and like when the motherfuckers are fighting to get into the bathroom with you, gay.
I mean, they couldn't resist you, Tom.
Couldn't resist the shit.
It was just,
Yeah. It was just two unassuming rednecks that were talking about the boy were getting married today, and I said, oh, great. They didn't want to hear that shit. Just
so what?
Let a motherfucker do.
So he wanted to. So he wanted to lose his gay virginity, like
I don't know
before
what
he got married.
He wanted to talk in the bathroom. He wanted to talk. I said, get the fuck out of here, man. I gotta take a leave.
Why would you go in the bathroom with a total fucking random stranger? That is bizarre. I've never been that drunk. And I've been pretty drunk.
And then I'm kicking him out of the bathroom, and he immediately digs his fucking heels in, and his buddies dig. Oh no! Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Like there is no planet on which you can justify that. I'm sorry. Unless the only thing that I could think of is that they thought it was a multi-person bathroom.
I corrected it right away. So there's only one bathroom.
It's like, no, it's only one bathroom. Yeah. There's a men's room and a ladies' room, although they don't care which one you use. But and then there's like an employee bathroom, which is what we usually use. Because
we use staff. That was a staff bathroom.
Because he said we could.
Yeah.
So we just kind of sneak back there. And there's also a porta potty on the patio. Yeah. But good lord, I never used that. I'd have to be really desperate, and I've never been that desperate, not yet. Yeah. I'd rather pee on the ground. To be honest.
They were just drunk normies.
That's just so weird, though.
Yeah.
So that didn't have anything to do with what I was wearing, but yeah.
No.
It was just like weirdos following you to the bathroom.
Yeah, I want to talk. I want to talk to you, dude.
Yeah, I don't really get that.
Yeah.
We get that sometimes.
Yeah, they want to talk. They want to take pictures with you and shit.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Yeah.
Hey, can I take a picture? No, get the fuck out of here, man.
No, who the fuck are you?
I'm not a ride at Disneyland.
Get the fuck away from me.
I'm Mickey fucking Mouse now? You know, you're going to put me in your fucking Instagram feed and try to get fame off of me? Get the fuck out of here.
Right. Try to look cooler
cooler
than you are.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
They do it mostly the jet. They do a lot of the jet.
That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah. So get the fuck out of here.
A lot of chicks will do it too.
Yeah.
Hey, can I take a picture with you? No. No.
And they're always real pedestrian looking. Real normie.
I get super cunty about that.
Yeah, like no.
Because, I've had it so many times. Yeah. You know what I mean? I generally try to be nice if people are not obnoxious, but that's obnoxious to me.
Yeah.
Like, it's like they don't even try. It'd be different if they came up and, like, you talked to them for, like, 20 minutes. And, like, you had some shit in common or something. But they just come right up and just, can I take a picture with you? Like, they just do that. And I'm just like, no.
Like, they're tourists, and we're like a fucking tourist attraction. Crazy, man. And I think these people are from Florida. These are Floridians, too. I don't even think they're from out of town.
Yeah. I mean, it's so weird. It's so weird. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I don't understand, like, wanting a bunch of pictures of strangers, like, on my Facebook or my Instagram or TikTok or whatever, just to, like, show off for people. Being like, look, I know weirdos. Okay.
Yeah.
Good for you.
See what everybody's talking.
Murder Hornet said they wanted to play Tom's skin flute. I guess so. I mean,
that's what I asked.
They were just adamant.
I asked him. I said, "Well,
I didn't see it happen, but he told me about it.
You trying to suck dick or something?" And no. I said, "Well, get the fuck out of the bathroom." No. They don't want to leave that either. So I just started pushing them.
Why are you following me to the bathroom?
Pushed him out the door. Fucking tried to shut the door, and the hand came back in. And I fucking slammed a hand in the door. And
man's got to
trying to open it up.
Leave the man alone.
He pulled his hand.
Like I said, if it was a horror movie, like all his fingers would come off.
Yeah, and then I heard
that would have been awesome.
Then I heard fucking security fucking. Then they were crying like bitches. He said we were gay.
That sounds about right. What?
Why are you trying to fight to get in the bathroom with a man?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
I don't really know any gay guys that would do that. They're kind of too cool.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just like they wouldn't even do that.
No. Gay dude's gonna try to have some style if he does that.
He's
gonna at least give you a line.
Yeah, at least try to be slick about it. Jeez, don't just be like following somebody in the bathroom. That's like something that I feel like dudes will try to do that to girls. I feel like, hey, I'm gonna come in, and it's like I've seen them do that, but it's just kind of like you would know what they're up to then. No. But I don't know.
No, gay dude's gonna be like, hey, you want to snort some coke?
Yeah, well, like I said, at least have a little finesse. Come on.
Let's go in the Johns. Let's
yeah, even if you say no, at least they haven't just tried to like I said, they haven't just tried to like fucking jump on you. It's like they don't. Nobody has any finesse, man. Come on. Oh my god. And Justice for Me said, "I'll see you in the stall tonight, Tom."
Yeah. Bring it on. I'm ready.
He's ready.
It's nothing new to me, man.
Tom, what? Really?
It's nothing new to us. I've fucking been in the club scene forever. Seen all kinds of crazy shit happen.
Tom will whack you right in the face with that dick.
Get attacked by trans women?
Yeah, we told that story, haven't we? Yeah. That didn't happen at Mannequins. That actually happened at Barbarella.
Yeah. She was okay, though.
But yeah, she was all right. But she was a little weird. But she'd never been there before. She just came. She was hired as an escort. Yeah. By like a guy we know.
Yeah, a friend of mine hired her.
Yeah.
That was his.
And she wanted to hang out with us instead of him.
Yeah, she's like, "This isn't me. I'd really hang with you. This isn't me."
And then later on, and then she was like telling me all this stuff about how she wanted like me to join her witch coven and all this. I'm just like, cool, all right. I mean, I'm kind of drunk and I'm deaf anyway, so it's like I'm just like nodding and whatever. And then like Tom tells me later, it's like she came in the bathroom and tried to suck my dick.
Yeah. Offered.
Offered to suck it. I was just kind of like, what?
No, I'm good. No, I'm good.
You're all right. Just don't. Yeah, we didn't want to like offend her. She seemed nice. She was a nice person. I can't remember what her name was.
Yeah, though. I thought maybe I had a picture of her.
I thought you did, but I don't know.
It's not on his phone.
Yeah, I don't remember what her name was.
Because
that was the only time we ever saw her.
Yeah. Well, she broke up with her girlfriend and moved back to where she came from. Yeah. She was on hard times. That's why she was out there. She was escorting, but she was doing it off of What's Your Price? And that was the name of.
Is that the name of the app?
That's where he got her off of.
Okay, I never heard of that app, but I've heard of similar ones.
It's kind of like Tinder.
Okay.
But you offer the person a certain amount of money to go on the date.
Okay, gotcha.
So then it's different for every person, evidently. And you know how our boy is. You know how Scott is.
Yeah.
Scott's a business owner, all right.
He's quite wealthy.
He's got money. Yeah, he's got money, and
he's our age.
Yeah. Scott.
I like Scott. I do.
Yeah.
But
Scott's about my. Scott's.
If you described him to somebody, people would be like, "But he's all right."
Scott's my age, but he looks like he's about 15 years older. In bad shape. He went to his fucking doctor and fucking showed his doctor, who was a Korean chick, a picture of me. He says, I want testosterone. I want to look like that. And she went, oh. Okay. She says, you showed him a picture of me. He goes, yeah, I showed him a picture of you.
Yeah.
Because we're the same age. He says, I want to look like that. So he went on the needle. He went on test. And he actually got a personal trainer where he was lifting.
He did look different at one point.
He looked good.
He even looked a little bit taller.
He looked taller. Looked like he was standing straighter up, and he started to his body mass index started to be better. He started to drop some fat, and he was very energetic looking. And I was like, man, he's going to make a comeback. That dude's going to do it. That lasted about 4 months. He couldn't do it.
Well, a lot of people don't really sustain it.
No willpower.
And the thing is, it's like, look, he's got a. Are they married?
Yeah, he's got a wife. He's married.
He's got a wife. They're open.
Yeah, she can do it. She's.
Yeah, she doesn't really care.
She doesn't care what he does.
She comes out every now and then. She's really nice. I like her, but it's like she doesn't really like to go out. She doesn't like the club scene all that much, but she'll come out every now and then. So apparently, she's totally okay with him hiring escorts and taking. So a lot of times, like if you go, he usually comes out on Saturday nights. Yeah. I feel. So sometimes, like Saturday nights, like he'll have like a different escort or whatever. That one escort, the female escort's name was Ashley. That's right.
I'm gonna get my other tablet. It's got. I'm gonna show him Ashley because I was asking him about her and he sent me a picture of her.
Oh, okay.
That's how I got it. Yeah.
I don't remember some of the other ones, but it's like I do remember her because I talked to her for a long time, and then later Tom said she offered to suck my dick. Like she followed him into the bathroom. And he was like, that's okay, I'm good. You know what I mean? But she was trying to like get in the middle. I think she was trying to get away from Scott and like get into this situation. So,
next
morning, we have that happen a lot. I'm not really sure why. Next morning I
fucking start messaging Scott. I was like, Scott, what the fuck is this you showing up with these trans escorts and shit, these voracious trans escorts? What's up with that? Is he just
voracious?
Yeah, voracious and shit. And she's like, oh no, I found her off of what's your price? And I was like, oh, all right. And then I said, what was your price? And he goes, oh, I laid out some, but and I said, shit, I could have got that shit for free. He's like, yeah, I know, that's how I start fucking with it. So you need to get in the gym, bitch.
I could have got.
You need to get in the gym, bitch.
We could have got that for free.
Then she offered. She wanted to go home with us.
She asked if she could come home with us.
But she wanted. That was part of what she said in the men's room. She went to the men's room.
Well, yeah.
She wanted me to cover the bill.
Oh.
To pay his bill.
Oh, okay. So you didn't tell me that.
Yeah. She's like, if she says I can't leave that I can't leave him because
he paid, right?
He paid.
Right, yeah.
Says if you could reimburse him.
But if you buy him out, essentially. You never told me that she was asking you to buy him out. Yeah. So now I'm really curious as to what the amount was. I'm sure it was probably a lot.
I just straight up went, no.
I'm sure it was probably a lot.
Yeah.
Because like I said, he's got money.
Yeah.
He actually owns
he owns a bar.
Another, like a nice, like a high-end bar in downtown Sanford, actually.
That was Ashley.
Because I did some of the graphics for it.
Yeah. Ashley was about 21, huh? 21, 22?
Yeah, young.
Yeah. That was Ashley. And Ashley passed. Passed the
super witchy. She's real into like witchcraft and everything. She was trying to get me into like some witchcraft shit. We were going to do some spells and like curse some people and shit. And I'm just like, all right. She was talking to us and like, I got a good detector. You know what I mean? It didn't set it off right away. About 2 minutes, I was like, this. She had a good outfit though. I liked her outfit. She's trash. She had a good hat. I remember that. I remember that hat being cool. She had like the hat, and maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but do you remember in Beetlejuice, like when you first see Lydia and she has that big hat, like that big wide-brimmed hat that's black? Yeah. It was kind of like that. Not quite as big as that, but it was kind of similar to that. And I remember it's like, hey, that's a great hat. I like a girl that can wear a hat. Yeah. You know? Gramthars said it's only gay if you know it's a trans woman. Yeah, it's like I said. Yeah. Whatever. I'm not really concerned about it. Whatever. If you like the person, it doesn't matter to me. But yeah, she was. She's never come out Other than that, I've never seen her again. Other than that,
I asked him later.
Yeah.
I said, "What happened with Ashley?" She goes, "Oh, she got in a fight with her girlfriend because Ashley was in a relationship with a girl, a real, not a real girl, but a fucking biological girl, and they had a kid together."
Yeah.
Yeah. So they broke up, and they broke up, and fucking she had to move back to where she came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh, okay.
It's shitty. It was a shitty situation she was in. And like I said, we talked about this before.
He kept bringing her out.
He probably would have. He seemed to like her.
Yeah, he would have.
He brought different ones out. Like I said, I like going to Barbarella on Saturday. We don't go as often as we used to. We used to go like pretty much every week. But he would kind of bring a different one every time. But it's like, I remember she was the most memorable one.
Yeah, well, he would bring these novelty women. They were like novelty.
Yeah.
Women, is what they
here and this is gonna sound real creepy, and it is kind of creepy. Scott likes them young.
Yeah.
And like I said, he's our age.
Yeah, he's inappropriate with the shit.
And he likes them. Like, I don't know if he would actually do anything with anybody underage, but he likes them to look underage for sure. So, I'm not really sure how I feel about that. I've noticed he hasn't done it much anymore, because remember him and his friend John, who's probably the same age as him, he's also a nice guy, and like he used to sit at the front bar at iBar, and I used to talk to him sometimes. They both actually like were really into my horror fiction.
Yeah.
They had read all of it. Yeah. So they would like talk to me about it and stuff. And but both of them, like, they would sometimes post like pictures of girls that looked, I don't think they were actually underage, but they looked underage. Like, they like real skinny, like that heroin chic kind of thing. That
like
was real
spinners.
Yeah, like they liked that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So sometimes they would post like pictures like that and be like, "Really, you guys? I mean, you guys are our age."
This has been going on for fucking 15 years. Though.
I haven't seen either of them post anything like that in a really long time. Yeah. So maybe a lot of people were like, "Knock it off."
Yeah, he thought that shit was edgy or something. But no, he's just bringing escorts and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, I guess his wife is okay with it, and she's a nice person. I like her. She used to come out with him a lot.
Yeah, she just kind of retired from.
I mean, it's like and it's fair enough. Maybe that's not really her thing. Some people don't like to hang out in clubs. I get it, but I do. But some people don't, and I get that.
I thought Scott was going to make a big comeback, but he didn't.
I wonder. I mean,
I'm gonna fuck with him next time I see him.
We should maybe go out Saturday and see if he still goes out.
I'm sure he's going out. He's going out to that New Wave night.
We'll see now.
That's where he's going.
Mannequins has also started an 80s night on Saturday.
Yeah. He might show up to that, too.
In direct competition with Barbarella. Although I guess it's not direct competition because they're kind of far apart. I mean, Mannequins is in downtown Sanford, and Barbarella is in, well, it's not in downtown Orlando anymore, but it's in Orlando. It's in Orlando proper. So there's quite a distance between those two things. So it's not like they're direct competition, but I kind of feel like maybe. Well, because Big Tom, who owns Mannequins, the reason he always wanted to own a club was because he loved Barbarella so much. And him and his then wife, they're not married anymore, but they used to go there every Saturday they were there. Yeah. And that's why he wanted, so he was really into like wanted to do an 80s night.
Somebody said, who's that said that shit? Brother Zachary says Ashley sounds evil. No, she wasn't evil.
No, she was nice.
No, she's
a little weird, but I mean, weird just in the sense that she kept going on about like witch curses and stuff, and I'm just kind of like, okay.
Yeah, she was just trying to fit in.
Yeah. And I think that's all it was. Yeah. Like, she was just trying to be like, man, we're gonna like curse people and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, cool, okay.
Yeah. She just didn't know what goth clubs were about. Really, she wasn't gothic. Come to think of it, I think there are only 2 trans females in the scene.
Well,
no, just one now.
What happened to Jessica?
As I'm saying, Jessica's gone.
I haven't seen her in a long time.
Jessica was fucking funny, man.
Man, I loved her.
Jessica would hang out with us.
I hope she's okay. Yeah. I haven't seen her in ages. We used to see her at Barbarella all the time.
We'd be downtown at
she used to get arrested all the time.
That's be an independent bar. And it's it's just a regular club, but she would come in, and she was female. She was a transgender prostitute. Okay.
Yeah.
She would come in, and she was an ex-bodybuilder, so she's fucking jacked.
Yeah, she was like real broad, big jacked arms, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and like did not pass as a female, but would come in wearing fucking high heels, fucking mini skirt with fucking halter top tied, just as femmy as you could. Fuck a purse, full makeup, long hair and shit. Built kind of like Arnold in the off season. Really, I'm talking about like a fucking
I mean, she wasn't that big, but I mean, she was pretty jacked.
Yeah, she was jacked. Well, she hadn't been on gear in a long time, but she definitely had fucking symptoms of fucking extensive fucking anabolics, steroid use, but not not in a while. Nobody fucked with her. No, this was a 6 foot something.
She
dude.
would fucking pound you.
Yeah, you'd get your ass kicked.
She would knock you right the fuck out.
She'd kick them fucking high heels off and bam, 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 bam. She was
she had massive arms. She had massive arms.
It was just her thing, and she would.
And everyone was like fine with it. Everyone's just like whatever. Like I said, that's what I always liked about independent bar / Barbarella was that everybody came in there and everybody was just like okay. Yeah.
So. She'd be telling me stories that and she's always, first time it was like, well, I'm a prostitute. I said, you are?
Yeah.
She goes, yeah. I was, oh, where how do you do it? She goes, oh no, I just walk. I there's a certain place in town I just walk. And
she was actually like she wasn't
street walker.
Yeah, she wasn't even doing it like escort like online. She
street
was
walker.
Actually, yeah.
And I was like, damn, you just walk around and pick me up because those boys can't resist. And
that's hardcore,
like,
man.
Yeah. And
I'd be scared.
Where do they take you? Oh no, I'll blow them right there in the car. And then,
I kind of feel like that's pretty common.
Yeah. And I was like, doesn't bother you? She goes, oh no, I love it. So that was how she got her kicks.
Yeah, she liked it.
Yeah.
Of course, she got arrested.
She's in and out of jail all the time.
Yeah, because sometimes we wouldn't see her for like 3-4 weeks.
Just got out of jail.
And then she'd be like, we're like, have you been in jail again? Yeah, I was in jail again. Yeah. She was always getting picked up.
She lived in an apartment with like 3 or 4 other trans.
Yeah.
Chicks. They were doing
She's awesome though. I love her.
I haven't seen her in fucking a long time.
I haven't seen her in a really long time. But
maybe 10 years?
She was super funny.
8 years maybe?
I don't know if it's been that long, but it's been a while.
She was always going to jail.
Yeah, that's why I was so like, if she wasn't there for a few weeks, we always knew she was probably in jail again. And I was like, oh man.
She'd come walking up out of the crowd, big old smile on her face. I'm back. So you back out, right?
Yeah, back out.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gone for 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Like I said, I hope she's fucking okay because I haven't seen her in a long time.
She either moved away or got locked up.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes like bad shit happens.
Yeah.
So
maybe she got in a fight.
That's what I'm saying.
Picked up a manslaughter charge or something. You never can tell.
Jeez.
She wouldn't be trifled with.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, she was 6 something and fucking
she was big.
230 maybe, and most of it good weight.
She could beat your ass.
Right. Yeah. She'd kick high heels off. Bam, 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 bam. Nobody would say anything sideways to her. Well, she started crying though that one day with the bouncers told her she couldn't go into the ladies' room. Remember when that happened?
Well, the weird thing about it is like, look, at iBar,
it's only one at a time anyway.
I used to go in the men's room all the time.
Yeah.
If the ladies' room is full,
she took us
and nobody's in the men's room, I'm going in the fucking men's room. Sorry, I gotta pee.
Yeah,
this is like
she took insult.
And like I said, I think it's dumb that they even said anything because iBar used to have in the front, like right by the entrance, there was 2 bathrooms, and it was a ladies' room and a men's room, but they were single. You know what I mean? And then upstairs, there were 2 bathrooms that were like, multi people with stalls and shit. But like the downstairs ones, I didn't think anybody was ever bothered. Like nobody ever said anything to me about going in the men's room. And I used to go in the men's room all the time because holy shit, ladies take forever. Yeah. So it's like, I'm not waiting here for fucking 20 minutes while you're in there adjusting your wig and your everything. I gotta pee. I'm going in the men's room. Yeah. So I went in the men's room multiple times, and the door guy's right there. He never said anything to me. Yeah. So it's like I don't really know why they're getting all. And I saw a couple people go in the bathroom at the same time. Yeah. And they didn't say anything to them either. Yeah. 2 girls will go in there. Girl and a guy would go in there. Like they don't.
The only one trans girl that I think is active in the goth scene right now is what's her name's wife.
Jess's wife. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find.
Might need another drink in a minute.
Yeah.
It's still so early. We still got an hour and a half before we have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Let's see. 13KM Superfan said, since you guys reviewed Godzilla vs. Kong, are you guys going to review Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire, when it comes out? We probably will, but we'll see how it goes. We're actually kind of excited about the second part of Dune. We might go see that on...
Maybe Monday.
Monday? I think we're going to go see that on Monday. Because I'm excited to see that. We've been very excited to see it. I can't believe they pushed it back so far. But we're going to wait until the crowds die down, because I don't like to see movies with a bunch of other motherfuckers. I like to see movies in the theater, but not if there's other people in the theater.
What
you know what I mean?
Facebook name was Jess's.
Jess Savage, right? Isn't it Savage?
Yeah, Jess Savage. Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Oh, I forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
Ernie and little Tracy got married.
Oh, they did?
They did. Yeah. I saw their wedding pictures.
Yeah.
So it's like, shit, they were together almost as long as we were before they got married. Well, I think it was 9 or 10 years.
Yeah,
they're not quite as long.
There they are.
Not quite as long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just saw that today when I was on Facebook because you were sending me those videos from Oasis. And then I was like, oh, look at that. Like, they put their little wedding pictures up there. And Justice for Me said, have you covered the latest Exorcist? I have not. We haven't seen it. I'll probably eventually see it, but I don't know. I always get like really behind on shit, and it's just kind of like a lot of times like I'm always like, man, I should see like the newest thing and like review that, but it's just like I'm always like, I don't know. I'm just never am in the mood for it, I guess. I'm like, whenever I'm in the mood to like watch something, I'm just always like, I don't watch something old or like something that's not even old, but just like a couple years old, you know?
That's yeah.
Let me see.
Jess is like 6 something, biological female, and then her wife is trans male. The one with the orange. I forgot what his name is.
They're having a baby.
They're having a baby. Yeah.
Jess is having a baby.
Yeah. Jess is.
And yeah, we saw them at Barbarella a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
We've known Jess like forever.
Yeah, known Jess forever.
Yeah, she's a hugely tall. She's like a model. She's like super tall.
6'1".
Yeah, she's like 6'1" or something like that. She's awesome. I love her.
Yeah.
She's a nurse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a nurse. And she's got a daughter that's shit, man. How old is that kid? She's got to be a teenager by now.
Yeah.
I remember when she was little, but I think she's
Look at her there.
she's got to be 14 or 15.
That's her with makeup.
That looks a little bit AI, but
maybe
not.
it's slightly AI.
That does look like her though.
Yeah, I think that is her, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But I'm just saying that might be.
That's them.
Yeah, I mean, because she has a big green mohawk.
Yeah.
Kelly said, always go back to old stuff for comfort. Yeah, and it's like I said, not even old stuff, but I have like such a backlog of movies that I wanted to see but never got around to, and some of them aren't that old. Like some of them are only from like 5 years ago or some shit like that. So it's just always kind of like, man, I should probably watch that before I watch this brand new thing. You know what I mean? But it just depends on whatever my mood is that day. I kind of just go by whatever, you know, like whatever the day is. And it's like, oh, I should probably watch or read something to review today. And I'm just like, I'll just pick something depending on whatever my mood is, you know? That's kind of how I do it. Murder Hornet said it's shit cold outside. Not here. It's not.
Not here. It isn't. Yeah.
Like I said, it's March. We have cold days in March every now and then, but pretty much like once it's March, you're not gonna have cold anymore. It's just gonna be warm.
When do we have to leave? 9?
9:30.
9:30. Okay.
Probably like 9:30. Probably need another drink, I would think.
Okay, hold on.
Can I have one more?
Yeah.
Just one more.
Yeah. Just put there.
Because I still got a wow. I mean, I could go, but you're not talking, so.
No. Just put it there. I'm just trying to get back to the conversation.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Zach says, also, holy shit, was the new season of True Detective so disappointing? Yeah, a lot of people have said that. It's like everybody, when they first started watching it, they were just kind of like, oh my god, this is the best fucking TV show ever. And it's just like, I love True Detective. I saw like the first seasons. And then like after when it ended, because I guess it ended, right? I don't keep track. But but everybody's like, "Ah, bummer!" Like it let everybody down. So now I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm sure I'll watch it eventually. You know what we started watching on Netflix a couple days ago? We watched there was a limited series. I think it was 4 episodes. I want to say about the Raelians. Or Raelians, if you want to say that, which I think we did a show about not too long ago, and it was in French and everything. And wow, that was a good documentary. Those people fucking they concentrated a lot on the fake cloning shit that they did, but they went into the weird sex cult shit and all that kind of stuff. They didn't really. It's kind of hilarious to me that like France were like, as soon as that whole cult thing happened, they were like, fuck that, get out. Like, you know what I mean? They just like had no patience. And I'm just like, so good on France. I understand where they're coming from. So it's like they had to run over here. I think they went to Canada first because, they went to Quebec because that's French speaking. But and then they went to the US. But I was talking about that fucking Raelians documentary we were watching.
Yeah. Raelians was good.
It was, yeah, it was good.
It was a good documentary.
It was good. It's like I said, I think it was 4 parts, and it's on Netflix. What's it called? Alien Prophet?
Something like that.
Like Ryle Alien Prophet or something like that.
That dude has serious balls. What he was doing to those fucking people in there.
I mean, but like I said, they
just taking the best looking women and making them his.
We're making them angels.
Angels, which is meant his.
Like
personal,
nuns, right, except you can only have sex with me.
Yeah, right.
And I'm just like, oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's the whole purpose of the cult.
And the aliens when the aliens come.
Yeah. Oh, and you're also allowed to have sex with the aliens when the aliens arrive.
Yeah.
The Elohim.
Elohim. He got them up there stripping and shit and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Putting on whole strip clubs.
And he just sits there with his creepy like white robes on, just going.
Yeah. With other people watching.
This is all for me. This is all for me. And I'm just like,
it's weird shit that people will do, making people look at their assholes in the mirror and shit. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. What was that about? Well, I mean,
do stupid shit.
The thing about it, I kind of feel like, and a lot of cults do this. They try to like break down not only your sense of individuality, but also your taboos, your limits, your all that kind of stuff. So then, like when they ask you to do really crazy shit, like down the line, you'll be like, okay, whatever, yes sir.
They're trying to groom you, warm you up.
Right. So at the beginning, they're just like, oh, we should all just be naked. It's natural and blah blah. And it was like, okay, that sounds fair enough. And then some people didn't like it and they were uncomfortable, but like after a while, they got used to it. And then it's just kind of like, okay, well now we're gonna take mirrors and look at our buttholes, and like everybody's like, okay, that sounds a little weird. But then like they kind of got used to that too. And then like as the years went on.
They're giving up their daughters to the dude.
Right. Like, as the years went on. That's what that leads to. That's what that leads to. So, you know what I mean?
Well, it's only natural. He's the leader. So he's the cult leader, so he keeps trying to fucking push his boundaries. And the more he gets, the more he takes. Till he totally just takes over. He's like, these people will do whatever I say. So I'm going to just tell them to give me their daughters.
Yeah.
And they
do.
They do it, yeah.
I can't imagine.
Well, it's all been studied.
Yeah, and like I said, it fascinates me.
And,
it's,
fucking intelligence agencies, propaganda outlets, which is advertising and PR companies, they know all about it. They use mind control that way in politics and in fucking selling merchandise and products and ideas. It's very dangerous. People have to realize how psychologically limited they are. You're pretty much a simple creature like any other animal.
You have to just be aware of that.
You have to be aware of it, right?
You can't like sit there and say, "Oh, I would never."
Yeah, you would
fall for that, like most people do. And like I said, in cults, the way cults operate, they know that too. That's why they just kind of like ease you into it.
I was listening to a psychologist that said that intelligence is no defense. That intelligence actually is a weakness. That the more intelligent you are, the more apt you are to fall into things like cults, because you have an imagination and the ability to rationalize. So what they do is, what a cult actually does is that they take your belief systems that you already have and they teach you how to rationalize them to yourself. So in other words, I believe this, even though the evidence says otherwise, I can rationalize it around that evidence and go back to what I believed before. These people believed in aliens, that aliens were coming. That's a way in. You're going to get them to believe that aliens are coming.
Yeah.
And along the way, you're going to get them to give up their daughters because aliens are coming.
Well, it's a self-selecting group. I mean, anybody that didn't believe that, like, I don't believe that.
They would have left.
So they'd been like, yeah, no thanks. I'm not, like, getting with that group.
But the people that end up being self-selective are not low IQ. They're high IQ.
No, like, they're not.
Yeah.
That's what's kind of scary about it. But it's like, well, intelligence is not a single thing.
It's a bunch of stuff.
It's a bunch of different things. It's a very complicated, topic.
And there's different kinds of genius.
Right. So it's just kind of like, if you're intelligent, but also like cranky and antisocial as fuck, as I am, then I kind of feel like it's less likely. But it's not impossible. As a thought experiment, sometimes I'm just kind of like, well, what could a cult tell me that would get me to... I can't really...
They have to tell you what you already believe.
I can't really think of anything. Because honestly, I'm so... I don't know. Like, I'm so singular and so, like, comfortable being alone that I don't... Like, if anybody came and said... If they tried to appeal to my... It's like, oh, join a group with this and join... I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to do any of that. I'm kind of
like Jen, too.
I don't want to do any of that.
Any kind of religiously looking group, I'm going to be adverse to that.
No.
But they got some people that are attracted to that because that's the format that they work in. They came from religions. They want to go back to religions.
See, I don't understand that.
In general, a cult tells you what you already believe.
Well, yeah, that's how they...
A devout Muslim is not going to join a UFO cult. It's just not in them. They're going to go, oh, hell no. Fuck no, this isn't what I believe. It's going to be somebody who already believes in UFOs and already believes that fucking UFOs
like I said,
are coming.
It's a self-selecting.
So
you're getting people that are already primed.
They're already primed for it.
For that.
Right.
And so, and like I said, it's just kind of like, it does kind of sound like you're victim blaming sometimes, but it's just like when you look at somebody like, the Jim Jones cult, like the Jonestown cult or whatever, it's like most of those people... I actually kind of feel bad for those people because it did start as like a vaguely Christian-y, well-intentioned kind of thing, and he got a lot of people in there. It's like, oh, we're gonna, make the world better, or not even that. We're just gonna go and like live in this place. We're gonna live off the land and shit like that, which is fine. You can do that, and there doesn't have to be all of this other bullshit on top of it. Unfortunately, a lot of those people got sucked into it, and then all of the bullshit got put on top of it.
He slowly would ramp up.
That's how they do it.
Over.
That's how they do it.
Slowly got more and more of their time, and then made them move to another country with him, and then where he had more and more control. But the thing is that I'm not victim blaming. They're not just victims. A lot of times, they're also perpetrators. They're doing it also. It's a group synergy. Like, it wasn't Jim Jones that machine gunned and shot people down in the cult. Other cult members shot people down for what Jones...
killed people.
They were killing people based on what the orders that Jones was given. So the cult members themselves were to blame.
They legitimately thought that their way of life was in danger.
The only innocent people were people like children and people that fucking got trapped there and tried to leave, but couldn't. They were
because a lot of people did try to leave.
Yeah, it was,
and they got killed anyway.
Right. But the people that wanted to be there and people that believed that shit and followed all those fucking rules and fucking people that held the guns and got people to obey, no, they were guilty. Sorry.
I mean,
so if that's victim blaming, then yeah, I'm blaming them.
Well, like I said, this is kind of why I'm not a big fan of religions, man. I'm not a big fan of religions in general. I'm not a big fan of the mindset that...
It's not just religion.
That in general. Well, no, but you know what I mean. It's just kind of like the mindset that makes people want to go along with religions, I think is the problem.
The same mindsets in corporations, militaries, and political...
Well, yeah, everything. And I don't have any of that. I don't like any of that. As soon as anything smacks of that, I'm just like, yep, I'm out. I'm out. I don't like it.
I was created by basically fucking paramilitary and military organizations starting from military school, which is some of my guys that went to military school with me every now and jump into the show. I totally understand it, all right? I'm not fucking... What's a good way to put it? I can speak on it because I lived it, all right?
Yeah, you went through all that.
There is some strength to it, but there's always a trade-off.
Yeah.
And what's weird is that I can join a wolf pack, but I can't join a cult, even though wolf packs are cults. They're just warrior cults.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing, all right? But I can't join a religious cult too much unless there was some kind of a warrior ethos to it, and we're going to go fuck some shit up. Like, I could join Fight Club. I couldn't join fucking Raelians.
I could see you being in Fight Club.
Oh, yeah, I'd love Fight Club. Yeah.
Actually, when we rewatched that movie recently, I was like, oh my God, Tom would love this.
Yeah, I'd fucking love that.
If somebody asked him to be in the chapter, he'd be like, he wouldn't even hesitate.
Yeah, that and
we can go beat the shit out of people and we won't get in trouble.
And
awesome.
It's like a mafia and you're doing shit.
He's like,
it's a secret society.
That's totally your thing.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's
totally
a secret society and we're going to fucking punish
I get the appeal of it.
And,
I wouldn't do it, but I get the appeal of it.
And then we're beating each other up and shit. It's like rites of passage to harden yourself up. That's what Ranger School is. The U.S. Army Ranger School is kind of like that. You just do it in a different way. You're just going to do monotonous tasks over and over again without any sleep or food for fucking months on end, you know.
Sounds great.
Guys that will kill themselves, you know. That's what it basically
sounds great.
So, and that, like, you know, Art of Self-Defense, the movie Art of Self-Defense, that's another warrior cult right there. And they called it. That director, so I was saying that actor that fucking plays that, what's that guy's name?
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg. I think he's a genius, man. The projects he wants to work on, or at least we're working on at that time, that are kind of like these little underground projects. I like the work that he selects. We could probably have a good discussion.
He's an actual actor.
Yeah.
Like he seems to care about the
Vivarium and great fucking movie.
Man, we rewatched Vivarium
fucking great.
A couple nights ago because Tom's like, man, I really want to watch Vivarium again. I'm like, all right, I'm not averse. We've seen it like probably 5 or 6 times at this point, but I don't know, just like every single time, I really, really like that movie.
It's one of the best monster movies of all time.
I really like that movie.
The most unique alien type monster. It's good as the xenomorph. It's as good as the fucking
We have
Predator.
all kind of discussions about it every time we watch it.
It's an extra dimensional or an interdimensional life form that abducts you and your wife or girlfriend and gets you to raise its children. And you're going to be its food.
Like a cuckoo bird.
In another dimension. Yeah. Fucking weird. Fucking love that movie.
We were in Starbucks the other day, and he was going off on this, like, he had all these theories about it, because we had just watched it, like, a night or two before. And so I'm, like, on my phone, like, we're on Wikipedia, like, looking at all the parasitic, like, cuckoo bird kind of stuff, and I was reading him all the stuff, like, from the Wikipedia. This is the kind of shit we do when we're not on the show. So I was, like, reading him all the stuff about cuckoo birds, and they don't all do that. Like, not all species of cuckoos do that.
Yeah.
But it was fascinating. Like, all the stuff about it was, like, really fascinating.
But you watch Fight Club, you realize how much that fucking handsome motherfucker could act.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He wouldn't just... I never really respected his acting skills, you know, fucking Brad Pitt. Because I blew him off because he's just a good-looking guy.
Yeah,
that bitch can act.
Yeah.
He can fucking act. He's
really been in
good.
some great shit.
Yeah. Yeah, he can
He was in Burn After Reading, wasn't he? Yeah. Oh, you might like that. Burn After Reading was great. I'm pretty sure he was in that. But
everything out of Fight Club, man, that fucking passes fucking Musashi test, man. Fucking that's like Musashi's chapter about building a dojo. That's exactly what fucking Musashi was talking about. They won't play that movie in China. They got it heavily censored because they saw it as a training manual of how to become a terrorist. Which, kinda, yeah.
I mean, kinda. I can see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
I'm not a big advocate of like banning shit, but
no, the Chinese are paranoid.
But I can see where they're coming from.
Yeah, they wouldn't let them do that.
I wouldn't cut anything. I don't cut anything out of movies. You can put anything you want in a movie, as long as it's not like real, like no snuff films or nothing like that, obviously. But it's just like
I don't like anything like that fucking
or animal
cannibal
cruelty.
ferox and
right?
Shit.
Yeah, like
Fuck
Cannibal
that.
Holocaust. Yeah, I don't like that. But yeah, as long as it's fake, you can put whatever you want in a movie. I'm not bothered. But as long as you're not like as long as you're not like letting kids watch them and shit like that, I don't really have a problem with it. But so I'm very anti-censorship in that. There's caveats, obviously. There always are. But yeah, because Tom said he was earlier before the show started. He was watching. You're watching those 2 Vietnamese girls. That channel.
This time.
3 Vietnamese girls watching
Fight Club,
like reacting to Fight Club.
Yeah, they were getting it. But when the reveal happened, like, oh, it makes sense, and all of a sudden, then they liked Marla.
They thought Marla was a cunt before that.
Yeah, I thought she was a cunt, that she was a slut, that she sleep with anybody. You know, they say, she sleep with you.
Is that what they said?
Yeah. Oh, that's a horrible woman. She sleep with anybody.
It's the same guy.
It's the same dude. Yeah.
It's the same guy. Like I said,
and I just felt sorry for her. Oh, now it makes sense.
Now now we understand. She had to put up with this fucking schizo dude.
And then when Marla says, you're the worst thing that's ever happened to me, and they all went, yeah, he's the worst thing ever happened to us. He was
the worst. Well, because like I said,
a great movie though.
I mean, if you see things from Marla's point of view, holy crap! Can you imagine?
Yeah, they immediately went to flip.
That's your boyfriend, and it's just kind of. It was like you on trend.
Personality.
It was like you on trend.
Like except me on trend.
Well, except it didn't flip back and forth like in a day. You were just like that for months and months at a time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was just so I get it. I get it.
I don't really have a good recollection of everything that I felt.
I blocked a lot of it out, to be honest with you, but
I just knew that I was a werewolf.
It was not a pleasant experience.
I was a cross between the werewolf and the fucking Green Goblin from fucking Spider-Man.
Because I told you before, because we talk about this now because it's in the past, so it
makes you very animalistic.
But yeah, so I was just kind of like, I was like hiding in my office a lot of the time, thinking maybe, and I was like stressed the whole time. I was like, I think he's gonna come in here and kill me, or is he gonna kill me when I'm sleeping, or something like that. And it's just kind of like, and he keeps saying, I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done. It's like, yeah, but I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
No, I wasn't mad at you or anything. I
didn't know that.
In my own world, I was actually like punishing myself. Mostly.
Yeah, I didn't know that until later, so it's just kind of like you were acting so crazy that I was just kind of like, holy crap. What am I going to do? I got to get out of here, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's going to shoot me.
Tren is a hell of a fucking hormone, all right? Trenbolone is a fucking anabolic steroid. You guys are not
Please don't take that.
Don't take Tren.
Please don't.
Tren, you can do Tren for about 3 months, and that's what this recommended. Then you get the fuck off of Tren.
Even then, like I wouldn't risk it, but but he was on it for a lot longer.
Oh yeah.
Then
it was okay for about 3 months, and then that last 2 months.
There's a reason that it's not approved for human use.
Yeah, it was not approved for human use.
I'm just gonna say that.
It's veterinarian use only. And here's the thing, man. For any of you gym rats listening to me who are thinking about fucking Tren, Tren didn't give me anything that any other anabolic would have given me. So in other words, I could have done the same thing with. Nandrolone.
Yeah, which wouldn't have had all of those side
nowhere
effects.
near the side effects. As a matter of fact, it was actually probably in terms of muscle building, probably about the same as Test. Just had fucking horrible side effects long term. And there's something about these side effects make these gym rat dudes think that that's powerful. Well, it's powerful.
Yeah, because
there's all these
that's
side effects,
shitty, but I know that it's working.
It's not. Yeah, I feel terrible. I'm fucking getting ready to kill myself. I want to kill these cops when they pull me over. Some of this weird shit that these bodybuilders have done, I was like, yeah, it's Trent. But they haven't said anything about it. Like the dude that broke into the people's houses and tortured the daughter and shit because they thought that he had captured. That was Trent. And
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was Trent.
That's what I'm saying.
He was a veteran who became convinced that these people that lived in this house had abducted a teenage girl. And he went in there to go rescue her. Killed the mom and the dad and grabbed a 16-year-old girl who was their daughter and tried to torture her to find out where that 13-year-old girl was. There was no girl. It was just, he was hallucinating.
And now that you...
Oh, I understand it. Yeah.
Now that you've been on it, and after the fact, you told me about it, I totally understand how that happens.
Yeah, but I think...
That's why I was scared of you all that time.
But that dude was probably on it for a fucking long time.
I would imagine. I mean, you were on it for 2 months longer than recommended.
He may have been on it for a year or so.
Right, and it's like, even that was pretty scary.
Yeah.
So if you were on it, just, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to stay on it forever. Because the thing about Trenbolone is that the person that's on it, they feel amazing.
Yeah.
They feel like I'm a fucking superhero. I'm God. I can do whatever I want. Blah blah blah. Kinda. I mean, that's kind of what you said.
You're a split personality.
Yeah.
You feel fucking excellent, but you're also very insecure. You feel that something's wrong, and you're paranoid. You think people are talking about you, and then you're constantly analyzing yourself. You think you're not good enough, even though you feel fucking great. You feel like you could literally fist fight a fucking dump truck. And you probably could. You'd do damage to that dump truck. It would crush you. You'd be like that.
You would lose.
You'd be like that xenomorph in Aliens that jumped on top of the armored vehicle and punched through the window, but then got run over anyway. You'd be like that. All right.
I have to try.
Yeah. But no, don't do it. It is not It is not approved for human consumption. It's a veterinarian use only. They give it to cattle, where they send them off to slaughter to keep muscle on them while they're in the train ride to the slaughterhouse. That's all that is. It was made by the same company that made Nandrolone and NPP. It's 19 nortestosterone. It's just a different ester of it. But they tried it. That company that made it tried it, and human trials, it started to fail in human trials, so they pulled it from the market. It ended up being for animals only. Yeah. Because those animals that they were going to use it on, they were going to slaughter anyway.
Right.
So
it has very drastic side effects in humans. I'm just gonna say
it hit the gym scene at first because it was fucking cheap. It was basically like 19 nortestosterone or nandrolone, except you're very dry. You don't hold any water. It's kind of like NPP is as dry as that. You don't bloat at all, so you look great on it. And it's very cheap. You know, like you could go to a place where they're dealing with cattle, and you could probably get it down 2-quart bottle of it for a few $100.
Yeah.
Well, shit, that'd get a lot of dudes jacked. But it will fuck your mind up.
Yeah.
All right. After
and everyone around you wants to get as far away from you as possible.
After about 3 months, you're
your friends and family will be like, "Yes, no, thank you."
Yeah, you're crazy. You're pretty crazy after about 3 months.
And also, you might kill someone
if you're on it long enough. Yeah. It'll make you crazy. It'll make you very evil.
I even asked him at one. I was like, "Did you kill anybody when you were on that?" Like, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no, I didn't. No,
I hope not that. Well, no, that's what
dudes.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, "Did you kill anybody on that?" And you didn't tell me.
So fucking angry. It's mostly it's inner. It doesn't. She saw me get into fights on it.
Yeah, I did see that.
Your fucking hatred it's just this burning, fucking smoldering hatred. If you get mad at somebody and you're just...
Well, and the thing about that scared me was that you would overreact to like dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like it was just like really minor. Like some cars like blocking our driveway for like 2 minutes. And he's like,
jump out, fight.
I'm going to tear that dude's head off.
Yeah,
I'm like,
jump out, fight.
Let's calm down. The main he's going to move. It's fine.
I'm in Florida. The main danger is not me kill somebody; it's that somebody kills me.
Well, that
was the main danger.
Kind of what I was worrying about.
They've got constitutional carry here. A lot of people are packing heat.
Yeah, you're gonna get shot in the face.
And fucking, if you threaten somebody, fucking, they'll shoot you, and that's self-defense. Because if I'm attacking them, then yeah.
Then they'll shoot you.
They'll just shoot you. You know.
And then I'll be left here like.
Yeah. Right. So
like
that
a
was
spare
actually,
prick at a wedding.
That was actually the real danger, is that I would fucking get shot.
One thing,
because I'd run right into a fucking gun barrel under the influence of that shit.
Yeah, well, because I saw what you were like.
I'm gonna take that gun from you, I would get the gun from you. I'd get the gun from you, but I'd have 4 or 5 bullet holes, 9mm holes in me, and I'd fucking stagger off and die.
Yeah,
you know. So, but I'd probably get the gun from you.
Like I said, but
you just think you're
that wouldn't really do me much good.
You think you're superhuman. You kind of are.
Yeah, but like I said, that's why it's not a great thing to take. Because and another thing too is that because you feel like you're superhuman, no one can talk to you. No one can talk you down.
They can't talk you out of anything.
Like because he would come in my office and like say crazy shit.
Yeah. Look, I'll fucking.
And I'd just be like, try to be like, let's not. I know. And then like
people get fucking entertained over my tread stories. We've had requests in the comment section to talk about tread.
I mean, well, okay, we can talk about it now that it's over.
Yeah, now that it's over. Okay,
now that it's over.
I was doing shows during this time too. Some of these shows you saw me on, I was fucking trend out. I'm gonna tell you this way: I got experience with drugs. I've done a lot of drugs. The most mind-altering drug that I've ever had would be LSD. All right, trend is much worse than LSD. Much more mind-altering.
Yeah, looking at it from outside, big time.
Much more. Just that
I've never done Trend. I've done LSD, but I have never done Trend.
It takes just a lot longer.
Yeah.
And it creeps up on you, and you kind of lose touch with reality. You're all emotion, and you're very animalistic. So you become real kind of like simian, like a chimp. Cross between a chimp and a fucking wolf and a shark. And fucking and the goblin and the goblin from Spider-Man. It's bizarre. Here's the thing though. I'm glad I did it. Because I learned a lot about myself during that shit.
Well,
and fucking learned a lot about how powerful hormones are.
I told him this when we were at Starbucks the other day. I said I had a really bad time when you were on that.
Yeah.
And I think it was probably worse in retrospect because I didn't know what was going on. Like, I didn't know until afterward.
I told her I'd gone on, but I don't think she realized what the ramifications were.
No. Like, he didn't really tell me, like, what it was going to be. Like, he just... Because, you know, he does different stuff, like, all the time. And I'm just like, look, I don't really... It doesn't really register.
It was just another one.
It was just another one. And it's like, I have a million other things going on. And it's just kind of like, that just probably was like a 2% of some shit, like, in my brain.
I think probably what I told her is, look, I'm going on trend. It's part of a stack of stuff that I'm doing. I'm only going to be on it for 3 months. So I'll be off of it before any kind of weird side effects just happens. Probably what I told her. But fucking month 3 got over. Month 4 came up. And I'm like, I ain't coming off this.
And like I said, and I didn't know any of that.
Yeah. I thought that I would want to come off of it. Some of the shit that you take, like fucking Nadrolone, after you're on it for a couple months, you're like, man, I want to get off this shit. It's like, bleh. You know?
Yeah.
But no, not Tran. You'll like it. And you'll want to stay on it. You just descend into evil. You're like a very evil drug addict.
So, like I said, from my point of view, you know, I don't even know what you're on most of the time. Yeah. If you had told me, I had probably forgotten by that stage.
Right now, I'm just on test.
And
just test
so
off.
You're just, all I know is you're coming in my office randomly saying you're a god and you can kill whoever you want to. And I'm just like,
exactly.
No, well, you said,
some kind of
no,
preamble.
It was something like that.
Yeah,
it was something like that. It was something like that. And I was just kind of like, goody. It's just like, what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
Like, I was like freaking out. I was freaking out.
Yeah, the whole God tier thinking, that's actually very common.
Because I had no idea what was the matter with you. No idea.
None of this shit is weird or unique, what we're telling you.
Everybody has that.
Everybody's like, there's fucking hundreds of fucking videos on YouTube called Trend Stories. Just fucking search Trend
They're
Stories.
only funny in hindsight, though,
yeah,
I have to say.
and
like I said, we got through it.
Yeah.
In a way, I don't want to say I'm glad you did it because it was fucked up. In a way, I'm glad you did it, and I told you this at Starbucks the other day, because you kind of, I don't know, it did have some side effects that I kind of liked, but you kind of developed a deeper understanding about yourself.
Yeah.
You developed a deeper understanding about
hormones,
the power of hormones, and like what those could do to people.
Yeah.
And so I think that was a net positive, but other than that, and I think it was worse for me because I had no idea what was going on at the time, and I just thought you were losing your fucking mind.
I was.
So I was just kind of like, and I was freaking out because I'm like, what am I going to do? Like, I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have any, you know, I didn't know what to do. So it was just like, it was weirding me out. Like, so like when you told me about it later, it kind of made me feel a little bit better about it, but I kind of wish you would let me know what was going on at the time.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what was going on. So it just kind of like, it scared the shit out of me.
At the time, I was
It scared the shit out of me.
At the time, I was like paranoid.
Yeah, and you told me that. He's like, well, the reason I didn't tell you because I was hiding from you. I thought, like,
I was paranoid.
because I was having all this shit happen, and it's just like, I didn't want to tell you about it.
I thought I was getting away with it.
Right.
I
you
knew
weren't.
I was kind of fucking up.
You weren't.
But I was trying to hide from you. Because I was paranoid, you know what I mean? And I thought I was like pulling the wool over your eyes, that I was all right.
No.
Okay.
I just thought you were losing your mind.
I was.
And I didn't know.
It's kind of like...
And I was flipping out because I was like, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do?
We laugh about it now.
What am I going to do?
But here's the thing.
It was scary. It was really scary.
I came off that shit, and it took me about a month to kind of get back to at least 80% normal.
Yeah. Well, Sophie came to visit us.
Yeah.
Not too long after you went off it.
I stopped when she came, like 3 days before she came.
Oh, was it that soon?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize it was that soon.
I stopped 3 days before she came.
Sophie came to visit.
Yeah.
And she even said later, she was like, "You're scary, Tom."
Yeah. But it takes a long time to get back to normal.
Oh, I have some stories to tell you. Yeah. Let's go like a month or two ago. We'll see how that goes.
Well,
he had chilled out some by that time.
Yeah, here's the weird thing. Trend is not some kind of wild-ass fucking weird basement chemical or anything. It's not like crack or something.
No.
It's just a hormone. And
that's all it is.
All it is testosterone. It's a different version of testosterone called 19-nortestosterone, which is super testosterone.
Yeah, it's like a testosterone
You're right.
variant.
It's 19-nortestosterone, but it's a certain ester of it that is fucking kind of like NPP or nandrolone phenylpropionate. It's like that, except it's supposed to be a little bit more anabolic, and it's a lot cheaper. Okay? And it gives fucked up side effects that some dudes thrive on it. Some guys like it. Some dudes evidently can pull it off. I don't know. Everybody's got different brain chemistry.
I mean, I could see some people, like everybody's different. So some people might be able to do it, but...
Most people freak out. Month 4, you're fucked up.
Yeah.
You're real fucked up. Yeah.
And if you have anybody around you that you love and that you care about... They're just going to be like, what the fuck is the matter with you? You are turning into a psychopath.
Yeah.
In front of my eyes.
Yeah. You're basically...
It's terrifying, actually.
You're basically a werewolf.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
You're basically a werewolf, yeah.
And like I said, it's, we can laugh about it now, but it's like, at the time, I had no fucking idea what was going on.
Right.
No idea.
Well, because of all that, and because, really, tren is just a fucking variant of fucking testosterone. And I wasn't taking that much. It was maybe only 300 milligrams of that a week. But there was other stuff that I was taking it with. I was taking it with fucking test, and also I think nandrolone was also part of that mix. It came pre-mixed in a fucking bottle. It was a designer blend. So don't take it. It's just another version of testosterone. It's just that it does something to your brain, and it's kind of like when a woman has postpartum depression, she can actually even kill her children and shit.
It happens,
and it's just it's the normal.
And Tom's like, I kind of understand that now. I kind of understand that. Yeah, he's like, I didn't understand that before, but I do now.
I can kind of understand how that could happen.
Yeah,
because something's going wrong in that woman, and she produces a certain kind of estrogen and maybe some. Probably kind of like progesterone, and the levels are wrong, and maybe what those molecules look like to the receptors, she might be making some mutant hormones.
I could see how that. I could totally see how that could happen.
Yeah, because the body and the mind kind of has a synergy between the two.
Yeah.
And that got me to thinking maybe some of these serial killers are producing testosterone. There's something kind of wrong with the testosterone that they're making. It might be a little bit more like tren, which would cause some fucked up psychosis.
Yeah, I could totally see that. Like I said, when I saw you on that, like I said, in hindsight, because I didn't know you were on at the time, but when I was thinking about it in hindsight, I was just kind of like, oh, I can see how maybe serial killers like get to that shit now, because it's just it's just that kind of
the body can respond to the mind. So if you take a kid and you put him under certain stresses, maybe his hormones, the stress, he's producing weird variants of fucking testosterone that cause him to fucking get weirder.
Yeah.
Isn't
it weird though, because it's just kind of like, I know that whatever my brain chemistry is, who fucking knows, but it's just like I tend to be a person that is more introverted, that is more what's the word that I'm self-deprecating. I'm a person like that. I'm a very insecure person. I've known that I'm like that for a long time. I try to get over it, but the weird thing about it is that that that's what your brain is telling you. But you also have that other part of your brain that's trying to override that.
Yeah.
So it's a constant battle. I don't know if it's like, and I'm sure like other people that are similar to me, like other introverted people, like you have that constant battle between the part of your brain that is just kind of like, you suck, you're not like, you're not good enough, you're not this, that, and the other. And then like you're trying to like this over part of your brain is just kind of like, would you shut up? Like, stop doing that. You're like... You're making it worse, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, it's a constant battle between those two things. So I kind of feel like my whole entire life has been like that. Yeah. And I'm sure like a lot of people know what I'm talking about. I would hope so. Or it's just me. I don't know. But that's what my brain is like all the time. All the time. So like I said, when you were on the weird hormones.
Yeah.
And you were saying it's like, oh, I feel like godlike, but also like super insecure and like I suck and I was just like, oh, like I feel all the time. Like I kind of feel like that all the time.
Well, all that fucking simpy kind of self-defeating behavior and feelings is because during in that state, the guy's producing a lot of he has a lot of progesterone in his system.
Well, that's kind of
like
my
what women have.
natural. That's my natural state.
Right.
And I know that that's my natural state, so I try to subvert it.
Yeah.
I guess, but it still keeps dragging the shit back down. You know what I mean?
Under tren, you have almost no estrogen. It's just fucking destroyed, which is kind of neurotoxic because a man's brain's supposed to have some estrogen in it. And then the testosterone levels are probably like the way I was at that time, maybe 4 or 5 times higher than a teenager. So maybe 5 times what a human should have. That's what you have of testosterone. And then probably like 4 or 5 times higher than what a man should have of fucking progesterone. So you have the progesterone of a pregnant woman. So you have 5 times the testosterone of the man and the progesterone of a pregnant woman. So you're like pregnant Superman, which I said that. I feel like I'm Superman, like pregnant Superman. Yeah. You know, and they're watching me. Everybody's talking about me. You know,
yeah. And I was like, yeah, I feel like that all the
terrible,
time.
Man, I fucking suck, man.
I don't have the Superman thing.
Yeah.
But I do kind of feel like it's like, oh, I'm constantly doing something wrong.
Yeah.
So like I always feel like that. Like
so
my
then
whole
you kind
life,
of feel like you're bipolar, like you're fighting with yourself all the time.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I have had that happen.
Yeah.
Case and Lee said, some people say they had very cool religious experiences on LSD. Others go wacko. What's the difference? Is the amount or the dose or the set and settings? I'm not really... I don't think I'm qualified to like talk about this. I've really only done LSD like one time. Tom's done it multiple times. The one time that I did it, I found it a very pleasant experience. Now, I don't know if this is true across the board, but what I have heard is that if you go into it expecting a pleasant experience, then it's more likely that you will have a pleasant experience. If you go into it like thinking that it's going to be scary or you're going to have a bad time, then that is more likely to happen. I don't know if that's the case or not. But when I did it, one, it wasn't super... what's the word that I want to use? It wasn't super, like, I knew that I was on LSD. I wasn't, it wasn't a case where I was just kind of like, oh, I was like fucked up or out of it or something like that. I was like, well, this is the effects of the drug. I was very lucid, in other words. So when things happened, like I tried to type stuff on my laptop because I was talking to my friend on the laptop because she was like, oh, you're doing it right now, like tell me what it's like in real time. So I was trying to type it and I was just like, dude, my laptop is kind of breathing right now, so I can't really like type. But I knew that that was the drug doing that, so it didn't like freak me out or anything like that because I knew that that was, because I kind of feel like, because like, look, we drink a lot and I've had an experience where I've drank so much that it's like I don't remember anything like about the night before. It's like, you know, people said you said this and that and the other. It's like, yeah, I don't remember a single fucking minute of that.
What's that?
But the whole time that we were on LSD, I remember pretty much that entire experience.
Yeah,
you're
good control yourself.
It's a weird. Yeah. It's weird because you're kind of like seeing all this crazy shit, but you're very like lucid that it's like that. It's the drug doing that, and
it's comfortable.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, okay, it's fine. Yeah. So it doesn't freak you out. So I kind of feel like maybe, because she was asking what's the difference between people that have really good religious experiences, for example, on LSD, and people that have really bad trips.
Oh, yeah, there's two things that could happen with that. If you have a person who just who's not very well developed, like they're very much in the box, they're kind of like a teenager who hasn't really... or they're young and they're really much kind of like conventional. Sometimes they have a bad reaction with LSD. We saw that back in high school.
Yeah.
And it's because all of a sudden they start questioning themselves. All right.
You just gotta like
about introspection. You know.
You gotta relax.
Yeah, and then they'll start questioning themselves. They start to realize that their life isn't all that good. You know what I mean? That can fuck with them up. Another thing that can happen, like back in the '60s, is dudes would do stupid shit because the street dosage for acid back in those days was like 6 to 10 times.
It was much higher.
It was way higher.
Much higher.
So a lot of it doesn't require that much.
Yeah, you don't really need that much.
No. So A lot of the times when these guys are like jumping out of windows and shit because they can fly and all that crap. I've never seen anything like that happen in the modern era. Things like that maybe have happened in like I said, back in the 60s. But, they would take 2 hits. Sometimes 3 hits album cover. When that'd be like me taking 30. Although some guys that were there actually later on, or not later on, but back in the 90s, I ran into some old guys who were getting high on that shit back in the 60s. And they were talking about it. And they said that the dosages back in the 60s were unreliable. Some of the stuff was kind of like modern stuff, which is weak enough to control. Some of the shit was just like super fucking strong. And it would send people fucking over the moon. They couldn't handle it. They'd fucking try to fly and all that kind of crap. Now, he didn't know if they did that on purpose or not. He thought it was by accident. That they're making this in labs and it's not real consistent. And some of the batches would come out fucking super, super strong. And it was already on the paper. They can't sell this shit. They said, well, look, it's 10 times as strong, so let's up the fucking price 10 times. They wouldn't be able to sell it, so they'd have something that was 10 times normal strength, and they'd have to sell it for the normal street price. It doesn't cost anything to make that shit. LSD's made out of cheap components. You just have to know how to make it.
I mean, I kind of thought, and I remember specifically thinking this, was that about 4 or 5 hours into the shit, I remember specifically looking out, this was at our old house, looking out the sliding glass door in the bedroom. And I specifically thought, I understand what all the hippies were rabbiting on about now.
Yeah.
Like, you know how all the hippies be like, man, we're all one, man. Everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Like, I got that feeling. I understood that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, this is...
Yeah. Somebody mentioned ayahuasca. I saw a video of a guy who's very experienced with hallucinogens, regular types of LSD, acid and shit like that, and mescaline. And he goes to Brazil to go take ayahuasca. And he puked up and got sick and said it was just the fucking worst, shittiest high ever. He said the fucking LSD is much better. So I wouldn't really worry much about
I didn't feel sick on LSD. Now, I felt like crap the next day.
Yeah, you're tired.
Yeah, not so much. It wasn't like a hangover.
No.
It was more like
exhausting.
Tired and sore.
Yeah. Your face muscles are all sore.
Yeah, because you're smiling.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, it was awesome. And it goes on for a long time. Because we did it at, I don't even remember what time it was. It was like early afternoon, probably.
Yeah. DMT and LSD and DMT would be a better route than ayahuasca, in my opinion, based on what I've heard. They said it's not that strong, and it's
anything that makes you puke. I'm just not a big fan of that.
Yeah, and they said it was kind of like a cheap, it felt like very, very cheap LSD. That's what the guy said.
But I mean,
that was a sample of one, though.
Right.
He said that, and I trusted him. He's like that. Maybe he got a hold of bad shit. I don't know.
And that's another thing. It's like, that's why you can't really. But, I mean, the thing about it is, like...
made him sick, and he said the high wasn't that good.
I've heard that from other people, though, too.
He had the little visions, because, these little visions, but LSD's much better. And DMT, got a friend who's into DMT. He's done both.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he likes DMT because it doesn't last as long, so it's more controllable. That's the problem with LSD. If you're going to take LSD, you're going to be fucking high 12 hours.
You kind of need a couple of days.
Yeah.
You need to set aside a couple of days. Because it's like...
you got another day to recover.
The high lasts a very long time.
That's why it's called a trip. You're going somewhere and
then like the next day you're going to feel pretty crappy.
Yeah.
Like you're going to feel pretty... it's not a hangover. It's
you're
not
just worn
the same...
out.
You're just worn out.
Yeah.
You're just like really, really tired.
Sleep
and tired and sore.
Yeah.
That's
your
kind of what it
neurons
is.
are fucking firing like crazy when you're
Yeah, it's that. So it's like ideally you need to set like 2 days aside. Yeah. That you're not going to have to do anything important.
Yeah, all experiences are enhanced, and you're having a bunch of internal experiences and shit. They're always pleasant for me. I've never had any bad trip.
Yeah, because you've done it multiple times.
Yeah, a guy came to deliver a package one time, and I walk out the house and shit, and he's got the looking board that says, "Look, man, I'm fucking high as hell right now." He's like, it's okay. I just need to sign right here. Just
I love
right
that
here.
story.
Yeah. Okay, man.
Well, we were at
He's laughing,
first.
I'm laughing.
Because like I
thought
said,
it was the cops.
we took the shit. We were both off work this day. It was a Tuesday, I think. And we're just like, okay, well, we'd had this LSD that a friend of ours had told us, and it's like, okay, well, today is the day. Like, neither of us have anything to do today. We don't really have anything to do tomorrow. No. Well, I had to work the next day.
I talked to David Bowie all day.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, well, we're gonna do it today.
I was talking with David Bowie.
So we started like it was either late morning or early afternoon, and so we started doing it. And it's just like it was still like pretty low key, you know what I mean? Because it takes a while to kind of kick in.
About a half hour.
And then I don't remember how many hours into it we were, but somebody knocked at the door.
We were in there about 3 or 4 hours.
And we weren't like expecting anybody. We got immediately like super paranoid, and like we run into the closet. Like in our old house, in the closet there used to be like a window, like high up where you could kind of see the front porch. And so we ran in there and like we're trying to like climb up and like look out.
Who is that?
Who is that?
Is he a UPS?
Who's knocking at the door? Like what? And we were like freaking out, and then like. It was just like so funny, and we're just like peeking around the corner, being, "To open the door, who is it?"
Yeah.
Like we thought we were gonna get in trouble, but it was it was like the UPS dude, and he thought it was fucking hilarious that we were like, it was Tuesday afternoon.
Come out, fucking
we were like tripping balls.
I said, "Dude, man, I'm high as hell." He's you high? Yeah.
He's like, "Well, you need to sign this," and Tom's like,
"I'm like, okay, all right, you got it, you got it."
He's signing it like that.
Like that.
It was so
and
funny.
you get it, and I go, "Thank you." And he's like, "Have a good one, man." I'm like, "Yeah." Yeah.
Like he probably told everybody that story. I imagine.
Oh, you didn't give a shit. Just kept going.
Because he's like, it's like
I didn't
Tuesday
tell
afternoon
I
to
didn't
this
tell him I
neighborhood.
was tripping on LSD. I just said I'm high as hell right now.
Yeah.
Probably thought I was on weed.
But the rest of the day, nobody bothered us. But that still like cracked me up. But yeah, we were like watching fucking 80s videos. We're watching David Bowie videos.
Yeah.
Watching some Nick Cave videos.
Yeah.
I wanted to go outside and roll around in the grass and be a werewolf.
Yeah, I had to keep her inside.
Tom wouldn't let me though.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would have done.
She wanted to roll around in the backyard. Says, "No, you cannot go out there." I can't. Says, "No, you gotta stay in the house."
I was like, all right.
All right. Yeah.
I was in the bed and I thought there was lizards running around in the bed.
Wizards?
Lizards.
Lizards? Okay.
No, lizards.
It'd be better if there was wizards in the bed.
Little tiny lizards.
Yeah,
that would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
No, lizards. Just regular Florida lizards that we see all the time. It would have been that. High Desert says, I thought about doing one of the ayahuasca retreats, but I have high blood pressure.
I don't think it'd bother you.
I mean, maybe not. But like I said, ayahuasca like never sounded worth it to me.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not a big fan of anything. It's like, hey, this tastes really gross and you'll probably puke. And then you'll have like cool visions and stuff. I'm like, yeah, but you can have that on LSD and you don't have to like throw up. So I don't like throwing up.
I've never done DMT, but they say DMT is just a lot easier to deal with. It's more common, too.
I mean, one of these days. Like I said, we have a friend. We're not saying what his name is.
Well, yeah, we got a drug dealer that can get us anything.
We have a friend. He's the one that sold us the LSD.
Yeah.
And he's tried pretty much everything.
Yeah.
He's
a wild cat
he's a connoisseur.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know that by looking at him.
No.
But
no, he's totally like straight laced and fucking. He's cool, dude. He's cool.
Yeah, I like him. But yeah, he's actually one of our best friends.
If he sells you something, it's because he's been taking it. See, so this is good. Yeah.
Yeah, this is some good shit.
Okay, all right. Yeah, all right.
Although I will say, should I even say this? I don't know. We've already been demonetized.
Yeah.
One night we were at Barbarella.
Yeah.
And me and Jen, Dimitri's wife, were there, and he's like, "Hey, what was it? I don't remember what."
It was ecstasy.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, he said it was. I don't think
he's
it was.
like, "All right, well, I have some of this. Like, I'll give you some."
Yeah.
Like just, and I was just like, we were like, okay, whatever. So we go in the bathroom and he gives us some, and it's just kind of like I felt not a single thing.
Nothing. Yeah.
That was just kind of like, you remember when, like back in the day, we were at Will's Pub.
Yeah.
And a Starry Night were there, and they had scored some.
Don't tell him. Don't tell. No.
Okay.
No. Don't tell that story.
All right.
You've had too much to drink. Yeah, not everything is on the up and up. You might score something, you go, man, that shit's weak.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, we've got some shit from people, and I'm just kind of like, that, it did not do anything.
Yeah.
It didn't do anything. So.
Yeah.
It
anyway,
happens.
that's enough of that story.
It happens.
You can get us demonetized and shit.
We're already demonetized.
Yeah, probably.
Although I will say that I've been kind of proud of us. Our last few, I don't know what YouTube is doing, but the last maybe 10 videos, have not been demonetized. Even the last one about Adam Walsh, which was like about fucking child abduction and murder, that was not demonetized.
Yeah, High Desert's saying that fucking he's gonna see Dune 2 tonight, and that was based off of people getting high on LSD. Yeah, there was gonna be a different version of fucking Dune. This is before what's his name? Before fucking Dino De Laurentiis did his version with what was the name of that fucking Aronofsky? No.
Darren
Aronofsky.
No.
No, it wasn't him. Who
the one that was gonna do Dune?
Yeah, he did do Dune, but then he took his name off of it.
Alejandro Jodorowsky.
Yeah. Right. There was another one. I think it was about 10 years prior to that they were going to make. It was what was that Dune going to be called? It was the first director.
Oh, well, that's what I was thinking of.
Jodorowsky, was that his name?
Yeah, Jodorowsky.
Yeah.
Alejandro Jodorowsky.
Yeah, okay. But the one that came out was the other guy. What was his name?
David Lynch.
David Lynch, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I said Jodorowsky. Yeah, I was right. David Lynch. David Lynch is the one that came out. Jodorowsky, it never did come out. But there's a lot of art from that.
There's a whole book about it.
There's a whole book about the art, the concept art that they were going to do. What was his name who's going to be in it? Fucking dude who played Colonel Kurtz. Superman's dad.
Oh, the fat one?
Yeah. Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando was going to be in it. He was going to be, I think, Baron Harkonnen, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah. Either Baron Harkonnen or the Emperor. I think it was going to be Baron Harkonnen. But evidently they were talking about it for like a long time, and people were like in Hollywood circles were fucking jacked.
Yeah, it was like a big. Yeah,
Darren Aronofsky's fucking.
No, it's not Darren Aronofsky.
What's his
That's
name?
a totally different dude.
Okay, then what am I talking about now?
Alejandro Jodorowsky. That's
okay.
a completely different dude.
Okay, all right, I got him confused. His version was supposed to be a fucking trip. They said it was going to be psychedelic as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
like I said, why do you think they put a book out of all the artwork and stuff? Because it was all the concept art.
Yeah. It looked kind of Japanese and futuristic and kites and weird looking.
That would have been fucking great, honestly. Yeah. He made some weird ass movies.
Yeah. Frank Hubert was fucking good, man. He was an ecologist, I think, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Pretty sure he was an ecologist. Somebody might be able to, in the comment section, correct me. But that's why all his stories were so good, because they were all plausible. He saw everything as a bunch of social systems and religions and fucking economies and philosophies all kind of happening between these different planets of humans that had evolved into different directions over time. It's supposed to be like 20,000 years in the future. Pretty cool. He had his shit figured out.
High Desert said he's going to see Dune 2 tonight.
Yeah, that's what he said, yeah.
Murder Hornet said DMT is very intense, but short.
Yeah, it doesn't last
Tastes
long.
like shit, though, like smoking tree sap. Got mine off the dark web. Okay. Victor says, I just want one of those sexy Dune popcorn buckets. I was just reading an article about that the other day.
Dune popcorn bucket?
Yeah, remember I told you about it. It looks like a sandworm.
Okay.
And there was it went viral on TikTok because everyone's like, can we fuck it? Because it kind of looks like you want us to fuck it.
It looks like a fucking vag at the top of it?
I mean, a vag with vagina dentata. If you're into that, which I know some people probably are. If you've never seen the movie Teeth, please go watch that.
So, Murder Hornet is saying that Mike Tyson did a DMT experience. He was seeing fucking Aztec symbols. Okay, yeah. I'd like to hear Mike Tyson's fucking DMT trip. That'd be a fucking good one. You gotta do a show on Mike Tyson's DMT trip.
I don't know if we could do a whole show about that, but yeah.
Yeah, people say Marlon Brando, yeah.
Yeah.
Mick Jagger was going to be Fade Rauta in it, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That'd have been cool, man.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. It's kind of like I said, a lot of people were like, it's a bummer that never happened. That's kind of why they made a whole, like, fucking documentary and shit like that about it, because people wanted that to happen, That would have been fucking perfect, to be honest.
But it would have probably disappointed.
No, it wouldn't have. I think it would have been really good.
Dune is not movieable in one movie. You need 2 or 3 movies to tell Dune. That was the problem with Lynch's Dune. Even though I like Lynch's Dune, but I think you have to have read the book to really appreciate it.
He did what he could with the material.
There's a bunch of different edits of it. A lot of shit got thrown out, but you can get edited back in. I've seen some of it. It was pretty cool.
And I mean, David Lynch is probably my favorite movie director. It was not his material, and he was working with something that wasn't really in his wheelhouse. And I think that he did a good job given the parameters that he was given. But if you haven't read the book, it's almost incomprehensible. But not as much. I kind of feel like when I watched it again, because I saw it the first time when I was a teenager, and I had read the book, and I was still kind of like, what the fuck is... I don't know what's going on. And like I said, I love David Lynch, but as I watched it later, I was like, okay, well, it's making more and more sense. But I still kind of feel like trying to cram it into one movie, not the best idea. And, I don't even think David Lynch could have saved it, to be honest.
Victor asked, didn't the old Dune bomb? No, I don't think it bombed.
But
I don't think it made as much as they thought it was going to make, because when De Laurentiis made this shit, they spent a lot of money on it, and it was going to be like something that could compete with Star Wars, like a different version of Star Wars. And in a way, it did. It kind of did. I liked it. They even made toys for it, but not for very long. And if you have those toys, they're worth a lot of money.
Which is weird because it's not really a kid's movie. But
no, not a kid's movie. That was weird. I think it might have been rated R too, huh?
It might have been. I was I can't remember, but yeah.
But they had toys to it.
I can't imagine kids wanting to watch that.
The thing is, though, is that a lot of the stuff out of Dune wasn't very toyable.
No.
They had some sand buggies and Harkonnen soldiers, but everybody else, like Paul Atreides and his family, they just look like dudes in uniforms.
It was the 80s, though. They tried to make a toy out of every fucking thing.
Yeah, make a toy out of everything.
They didn't give a shit if the movie was for kids or not.
Sandworm, big deal. There wasn't a lot of aliens in it.
Right. Yeah, everyone just kind of looked like people, but
people,
with outfits on. You know what I mean? So I get it. 13Cam Superfan says, 13Cam's website got me through some tough times and made me overcome drug addiction.
Okay.
So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, if that is the case,
then
thank you very much for
porn
saying
helped
so.
him.
And you're welcome. I mean,
Okay, all right.
we really should make some more.
We're going to make more porn. All right.
Well,
you guys, we got a fucking...
I was just going to say, do you want to bring that up?
Bring our new girlfriend out?
She's just in Ted Bundy mode at this point.
Yeah, hold on, I'll go get her.
You going to go get her?
I'll go get her.
Yeah, we're going to make some more videos.
Yeah.
So, we invested in... Well, I'll show you. But we're just getting her piece by piece because shit's expensive, okay? We want some good shit.
Y'all are going to love this.
So we only have... At this point, we only have her head.
Look at her.
We only have her head.
Look how
We
cute
have
she is.
ordered her body,
Yeah.
but it's not here yet.
Look how cute she is.
We're hoping that the body will look good with the head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's an elf.
Yeah. Because you can order them separately, which I didn't actually know until I got into this, but...
She got a little mouth.
You can, put stuff in her mouth if you want to.
Yeah.
It's actually really... Well,
She's heavy, too.
Yeah, well, the thing about it was that Tom's like, well, I'm going to order the head first because it's I want to know if it's decent quality before I spend... Because the bodies are expensive.
Yeah.
So he's like... And the heads are not quite as expensive. So it's just I want to order the head and see if it's decent quality before we spend money on the body. You know what I mean?
It weighs about what a human head weighs.
Yeah.
The whole thing will be about...
So I'm like, please don't leave that in the bedroom, though. Cause
the whole thing will be about 110
110
pounds, probably.
Yeah. See how it goes. And it'll be about my height or a little bit shorter.
And those are glass eyes,
You can move them and stuff.
Yeah, they move.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice... Yeah. I mean, it's... Like I said, so that's nice quality. So then we were a lot more confident that getting the actual body would be worth the money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Stacked. The body we got she's stacked.
Yeah, we got a voluptuous... Because they have a lot of bodies you can choose from. Because you can... like I said, I didn't know this, but in the kind of high-end sex doll arena, you can get interchangeable... They pretty much sell all the bodies without the heads because they're
They're all interchangeable.
Yeah, because they're saying that it's like, oh, well, they're assuming that people will get different heads because you can screw different heads on the
They sell different
body.
eyes you can pop in, different heads.
And that
wigs.
one, she just has a wig, so you can put like different wigs on there. You can pop her eyes out and put different eyes in there if you want. Like you can do all different kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I didn't want human. I wanted some kind of fantasy.
Yeah, because Tom's
like
very, and I get it. He's like, I don't want anything that looks too much like a real person because it's like that's creepy.
Yeah,
So,
I don't want anything that looks like a corpse in the house. So I was looking for something like a vampire girl or an elf, or I was just to see what was out there. You know what I mean? And we came across that one.
Yeah,
she's an elf.
Yeah, she has like little elf ears.
Yeah, and she's got little tattoos.
Yeah.
Around her eyes and stuff. Little pointed ears. She's got no teeth.
Which is weird because I kind of feel like
the photographs show that her mouth's
that
like
she had
with teeth in it.
But I guess they do have versions.
They do have versions that have that, yeah.
But you don't really.
She just got a little.
You don't need that though.
She looks good with little glasses on.
Yeah, Tom was putting like my wigs on her,
the glasses,
and like my glasses on her and stuff, like seeing what it would look like, and stuff like that. Which, like I said, it's kind of
very smart with.
It's kind of weird because she's just a head, but you know,
right.
What I mean? We do have a body. It's coming like in a little.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of costumes that we could put it in.
Yeah.
Could do fucking just anything. I'm gonna put elf costumes. Like something out of damn Lord of the Rings. Could do anything. And, the heads are only like $150.
Yeah.
And a deluxe head's probably $2 something. But some of the ones that I've seen are like a damn near spitting image of fucking Angelina Jolie as fucking Tomb Raider or something.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty popular.
It's just like
head.
Or I've seen some of them that look just like the what's the girl from what's her name? The one from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and she was in Harley Quinn. What's that girl's name? You know her. Pretty girl.
The one that played Harley Quinn, in the newest one?
The newest one, yeah.
Margot Robbie?
Margot Robbie, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I saw...
It was in Barbie?
Yeah, it was in Barbie. Okay. I saw Margot Robbie... Harley Quinn. That was an exact replica.
Yeah.
Her face looked like a photograph. And it was more like an action figure, like a living, life-size action figure, but it was a sex doll. They're worth a lot of money, though.
Well, yeah, and the thing about it is, like, nice sex dolls are not cheap.
Yeah.
They're really not.
And I don't know what kind of studio that came from. It was something unlicensed, because I'm sure she didn't license her fucking visage.
Probably not, but they could kind of
There's
say...
ways to do it.
Well, you know, it's like, well, it's just a person that looks like you.
It's just someone that looks like, and they're building it out of stock parts. So somebody got hold of a head. Somebody somewhere is selling a fucking Margot Robbie head based upon fucking pictures, 3D renderings of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can make a bunch of characters on that head.
Yeah.
He had it dressed just like Harley Quinn on a body that was probably
better.
And
like I said, the kind of cool thing about those is that they're customizable. Yeah. Like I said, that one that we got, she's bald, so you can just she just has a wig. She came with a wig. Yeah. But you can take that wig off. I have a fuck ton of wigs, so you could just put all kind of different wigs on there.
Yeah, and the body that we have will fit Jen's clothes. So.
Yeah, because Karen Lee says, "Wonder what size boobs Tom will pick."
What's that?
Wonder what size boobs Tom will pick
on
the sex doll. We got a doll that was we wanted because we wanted one because we're gonna be making videos with it. Yeah. So I said, well, I want one. I don't want like a little skinny Twinkie one because that's gonna make me look like a hippo. So I said, at least get one that's either the same size as me or a little bit bigger than me and maybe like a little bit shorter. Yeah. Like that would be good. So the one that we got is a little bit shorter than me and like a little bit bigger. Yeah. Kind of. But yeah, Tom likes the big boobies and the big ass and the big thighs. Do you know what I mean? He likes the voluptuous ones. That the Chinese things call fat. That's the one we got. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one we got. We'll see how it goes. I hope it comes out good. Hope it comes out good. Yeah, that. That's the one. It's funny because we were just kind of, he had like 6 different ones like picked out, and he's like, what about this one and what about that one? And like I said, well, it's like, well, we need one that's like a little bit shorter than me but also a little bit bigger than me, and it's just like I want something that can wear my clothes, like that's, you know what I mean? But so it's this whole like consideration, and I said, and I also don't want that's like super expensive because some of them are like $900.
Yeah,
like just for the body.
it's cheaper than hiring a real girl though.
Well, that's what I mean. You don't get in as much trouble.
Yeah.
Because if you want to make videos with another person,
there's a bunch of shit you gotta go
then
through.
you have to jump through all of these hoops. You obviously have to pay that person. You have to like get all of this.
STD tests.
Yeah, you have to get STD tests. You have to like do all the forms and everything like that. So it's just kind of like too much trouble.
Yeah, and
honestly,
the what you call, and then it'd be one of my ex-girlfriends. It'd probably be Elena. Elena wanted to work with her, and they get along.
Which I'm fine with that, but like I said, it is kind of it's a hassle.
Yeah, it's a hassle.
Like getting real people. So, I'm not averse. I'm just saying that it's kind of a hassle. So it's easier to just have like a fake person that
It's
looks
almost
kind of like
time
a
to
real
start
person.
thinking about.
It's 9:11.
Yeah, at 9:15 we should probably start shutting it down.
Murder Horde said, "Wonder what a high-end sex doll would feel like." Well, we'll be able to tell you. Soon.
Yeah. Well, if you feel the skin on the flesh, the high end ones, it's close. It's like a baby skin.
I was actually like really happy with. That's why we got the head first, because it was cheaper. It was like a cheaper buy-in, and we were like, well, we don't want to buy the whole body unless we know
how the heads look.
Like how the heads look, and like is this really like decent quality for the money and stuff like that. And the head like actually came out like, it feels like, I know like I said it's very Ted Bundy, but it's like it does kind of feel like
it's heavy. Yeah.
It's heavy, like an actual human head.
Yeah. You see, I wanted something good enough that had the posability and an internal skeleton, so we could sit her down right there. She'd just be part of the show, like we used to have Spock or something. You want one that can stand.
I mean, Spock is still there.
Spock's right there.
He's right there.
But you want one that can stand and something that looks good on film, and it has to move the right way. So it has to have silicone. Basically, there's silicone implants inside the ass and the boobs, so everything jiggles the right way.
It's a whole thing.
I've seen videos of girls with those, all right, doing a lesbian scene with a rubber doll. And yeah, it's hot. It's hot. It's hot because it's a doll, but a lot of times it's a fantasy doll.
Yeah.
So it's just fun more than anything else.
That's what I said. That's why we wanted one that didn't really look like a real person, because that's like a little creepy. It's a little uncanny valley.
Right.
I don't really want something that looks like a real person necessarily, but realistic enough that it's kind of like hot, but also that's why we got the one with the elf ears and stuff like that, because it's like we didn't really want one that looked like
no human girl
like
has
an actual person.
Facial features and proportions like that. That head isn't very big.
Yeah,
it's
smaller than my head.
Shaped kind of strange, and she has kind of facial prognathus, where the kind of face kind of.
And she's got like little pouty mouth.
Yeah, a little mouth, and the eyes are a little big for the face, but a human can't have those proportions. She looks like an anime character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what, that was kind of important to us, that we wanted something that looked more like a character. Than a person.
Right.
Because like I said, it's a little creepy.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be in our house all the time, so it's like you don't want something.
It's got to be kind of a decoration too.
Yeah, you can't. Like,
you don't even.
I can't like come in here like 3 in the morning and go to the bathroom and see like a person sitting in there. And I'm just like, who the fuck is that? You know what I mean?
No, I just like to have her standing there, with a fucking crossbow or whatever. Fucking dressed up in an elf outfit with little fucking fur boots and shit. Right. Fucking, whatever.
Yeah, we just wanted her to like be around.
Yeah.
And then and then if we had to make videos with her every now and then.
And you can dress her up as different things.
Yeah. And like I said, we wanted something that she could fit in my clothes, and she could wear my wigs. And
we didn't have to buy separate clothes.
Then we didn't have to buy separate clothes for her. So that was kind of another thing too.
Yeah.
Although, like I said, the body we got for her is a little bit bigger than me, but.
Well, put her in real stretchy shit.
But yeah, like most of my shit's stretchy, so it should be totally fine. Case and Lee said Margot Robbie talks like 2 sentences in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, but I knew who he was talking about. Though. Yeah. I knew who he was talking about.
She was in it.
We've been together a long time.
She knows what I'm thinking.
He'll usually like shorthand, and I know what he's thinking. Yeah. I know what you're thinking.
What's funny about Margot Robbie is that she's actually a good actress.
She is, yeah. She's great.
She's good. They'll put her in some shitty stuff, but it's not really her fault. It's the writing, you know. Like, for instance, those last 3 Star Wars. I actually liked Force Awakens. I thought that one was okay. Like, I said, yeah, this looks, I think this can go somewhere. But then when the second 2 came out, I was just I ridiculed it. I just laughed at it. And what sucked about it is that there were good actors in the fucking movie. There was a lot of good special effects. There was some good ideas. Just they can't fucking write. They can't write. There's something about the fucking writers in Disney. They just can't fucking write. They can't. I think it's because you can tell it's like written by a committee, and it's just a hodgepodge of just bullshit. And really, man, I was pissed because what's the guy's name? Adam Driver. Isn't that his name?
The guy that played Kylo Ren?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was a strong point of all 3 movies. I thought that was a fucking...
I always liked him as an actor.
I thought he was great in that. And I said, man, that would have been a really good character. But they just fucked those movies up. I just want to see Kylo Ren movie.
They should do an offshoot
just that they
with Adam Driver.
They just wrote that shit.
I like
fucking,
Adam Driver.
There were so many cool fucking things they could have done with that character that they just fucked it up. You know? And it's just, sucked. Destroyed the brand. EA Games pulled out of the fucking video games. Like, nah, we don't want to do more Star Wars. Disney was like, what? We talking? Nah, they don't make money. So.
Murder Hornet says, get a real hot girl in Mexico for $35.
Yeah, you do it all the time. Fucking Murder Hornets will be streaming. He'll walk into a Mexican brothel and have me pick one out for him.
We're making videos, so we have a lot more consideration.
Yeah.
Not like I would just let you hook up with some random $35
no
whore anyway. But I'm just saying that it's just
he's just showing off.
Yeah,
he's showing off.
We have a lot more considerations we have to take into.
We got to worry about what the platforms and the legal
the shit.
People think that you can just make porn and you put it up on the internet. No, you get a lot of trouble for doing that. Yeah.
You have to jump through a lot of hoops.
Yeah, you won't be able to put it up on a platform.
You gotta upload your fucking.
You have to prove everybody's
driver's license. You got to take a picture of yourself with the driver's license. You got to everybody that's up. You got to fill out these big forms. Like you got to upload your fucking birth certificate. You got to do all this kind of shit.
A lot of that shit that you guys are looking at and fucking jerking it to on fucking these weird, obscure fucking X-Hamster or whatever. You say, oh man, that's some wild ass fucking underground shit. Nope. If it's up there on those platforms. All the people's
It's been through a
bunch of censors to go through.
It's gone through a bunch of hoops.
They know who that is. They know what that girl's age is. They know where she lives.
Pain.
Yeah, there is nothing secretive
it's a huge
or
pain.
Spontaneous or anything. None of that shit's spontaneous.
Well, nobody wants to get their ass suit off.
Yeah, you're getting in big trouble.
So it's they're very, very stringent.
Well, the main thing, though, is that that's not the danger of getting sued. What happens is that you try to upload something to one of these platforms and it will never upload and it gets rejected because they don't know who that is.
Right.
The AI, and there's not a person involved. The AI doesn't recognize these people, so it says, sorry, we can't have them. And then it says, who is this person? And then you have to show the fucking IDs.
Yeah, you have to upload their IDs, and there's this big form they have to fill out, and birth certificates and shit like that, like I said. So they are very, very stringent. Right. Like I said, that's their business, and they do not want to get in trouble.
Right.
So they will absolutely, if you put some video up there with some random motherfucker they don't recognize, they will absolutely kick that shit off.
Yeah, and StreamMate's one of the strictest ones. They want to know who it is.
Yeah, they're very strict.
Jen was fucking working, doing a scene, and I'm back there filming, running lights, and I just said something to her, and my voice got the whole fucking video thrown out.
Yeah, I had to
because I just said
I had to edit his voice.
She had to go back and read.
Because they're like, we don't know who that is.
Yeah, my voice couldn't even be in it.
Yeah, not even your voice could be in it.
Yeah,
I had to edit his voice out. But yeah, so. Like I said, it's different on many vids because both of us are approved.
Yeah, we're both.
So we can both put videos up with both of us in there.
But nobody else.
But yeah, nobody else though. On StreamMate, it's just my account. We can stream together, but the videos have to be just me.
Yeah.
Like if he's in there, even his voice, he doesn't have to show up in it.
And
I
can stream live. I can't upload video.
Right.
I can't be in a video.
Yeah, they're very. It's like I said, it's kind of two different legalities.
And then if we're on fucking what's the other one with mini vids and mini vids, we could post a video with another mini vids performer. Because they've been
as long as you tag them in it.
They have to be tagged.
Like you have to.
Yeah, they're okayed to be on that platform. But you can't show up with some random chick. They'll
No.
who the fuck is that?
Yeah, you try to upload it, they'll be like, nope.
Yeah, and then you got to prove who that is.
Yeah, it's like
And
you have to
that can take a long
upload all
time.
of their
Yeah,
material. They have to
yeah.
fill out all these forms and
Right.
like upload their IDs and
Right.
stuff like that. So
Yeah, there's legal issues involved.
yeah, like I said, they're running a business. They don't
Yeah.
want to get their ass in trouble, just like nobody else.
But what's so
does.
funny is that they, you know, a lot of these fucking home. I love the fact that just some chick could be in her apartment at night or in daytime with a phone and make some content, and she can make her rent. All right. There's no middlemen involved. There's
Yeah,
no
I love
studios. Nobody's
that.
fucking abusing her or anything or making money off of her work. And then she owns that work for as long as she lives. She's, you know, so she gets residuals off of it because it's out there in cyberspace making money. Not made as much as you think. You got to be a regular producer. You have to be a
It's
certain-
not much, honestly.
Yeah, me and Jen mostly just do it for street cred. But there is a street cred involved. But the thing is that what I was going to say about, there's nobody really making money off of her too much other than the platform. The platform takes a cut, but that's okay because that's how you bring it to market. They get a commission. That's fine. There isn't like a producers and fucking people. When a girl does studio porn, she gets paid just for that work for that day.
And
She
then
never
that's
sees a
it.
dime. She doesn't own that material.
Right.
That's it. It's over.
It's better.
It's better if she owns her own material.
Because you can make your own thing, like whatever you want.
Yeah, and you can
and
do
as
what you
long
want.
as it's within the parameters
Yeah.
of the platform that you're hosting it on, then you can make a percentage of money every time somebody buys it or watches it. Like you get money.
And a lot of these independent performers back in the day, they had to be in studio porn, had to be in fucking VHS. And that fucking scene that she cut, that she only got paid $700 for back then, was seen by tens of thousands of guys. She didn't see a dime. And tens of thousands of guys saw it. Nowadays, she can make a living off of 30 guys.
Yeah.
She has 30 regular customers.
Like I said, it's better.
So it's a much smaller.
It's better.
She doesn't have to worry about selling to 10,000 guys, 20,000 guys. No, 30. And then she's actually interacting with them, talking to them. You know, if she wants to. You know, people that are commissioning more work. Hey, can you make a video like this? Or like, oh yeah, okay, I'll do that for about 200. You know, it's for a 10-minute video or a 20-minute video. I can do it for 200. That kind of shit. It depends on whatever she wants to do. And you can say, well, that's only $200. That chick's fucking. She might need that $200 just to make rent that month.
$200 is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money for a poor person.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Now some of them make good money, but most of them don't. Most of them aren't working full time; they're working part time. Most of them are probably pulling in about $300-$400 a month.
But that's extra.
That's a lot of money for them.
Yeah, that could pay a couple of bills.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't have had paid before.
Yeah. So it's not a full time job; it's a side hustle.
Yeah.
You know, that's what a lot of them are doing. Now, some of the ones that are a little bit more semi-professional, that's all they do. Like we got friends that do that. They can pull down a couple grand a week, but they are fucking working. They work hard.
Yeah, it's not
like what people think. That we're
you
just
can't
fucking
just
around.
like fucking skate.
No.
You got to do that shit like a regular job, and actually, you have to put
It's
in more
harder than a regular
hours
job.
than
It's
a
more
regular
hours.
job.
I mean, they'll have a fucking huge shit ton of photographs, and you go like, well, I gotta fucking upload all these photographs to fucking X. What do they call it now? What's
Twitter.
Twitter. You gotta program Twitter to upload 5 or 6 fucking posts a day, and you might have to pre-program the fucking.
Yeah.
So there's a lot
You
of
gotta
shit that has
schedule
to
all your
happen
posts and
because
stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
everything, all of the activity has to constantly be moving to promote this material, and then direct it to whatever platform it's being sold on. So it's a fucking business. If those girls are making $50,000 plus a year, they're working full time.
They're working full time for
working
that.
full fucking time.
It's not easy.
A lot of it's
It's
just
not.
behind the computer, fucking posting shit constantly.
And that takes a while. Like you have
Sucks
to like
up all your time.
Yeah, you have to like set stuff up. Just like you got to schedule this post for this and
Yeah.
this post for that, and it's
Yeah.
like you got to find constant photos or videos or whatever that you shot. You got to shoot all the photos. You got to shoot all the videos, and then you have to like schedule it for.
And if she's working with other performers, they have to be approved for the platforms that she's posted on, and she has to pay them. Or they collaborate. So we're not going to pay each other. We're just going to work together, and we'll each be able to sell the video.
Right.
That's another thing that they could do. But usually you have to pay him. And if you pay him, you're just going to be a random motherfucker? No, he's not a performer. Well, they got to present proof of fucking bill of health, STD test.
Yeah.
Shit has to be current.
Because, like I said,
that's just not cheap either.
You can't.
It's a hassle.
There's a lot of lot of shit you have to go through.
I think civilians just imagine it as a bunch of swingers with fucking cameras and shit.
It's like, oh, they're just having fun.
Yeah, no, it's dry. Me and Jen fucking don't stream much on StreamMate because StreamMate is mostly boring.
It is very boring.
Sit around waiting.
Because you're just sitting around waiting for somebody to come in and ask you to do some shit.
Yeah, to start talking to you. Right.
And then we'd be sitting around, we had the little porn laptop over there, and I'm just I just want to do some shit, but I don't want to do.
2 hours later,
I don't want to do some shit for free.
Yeah, you got a lot of guys just coming in and
so you're getting all pent up, and then
yeah.
People would come in and leave, and all this other and
Yeah.
So we're just
StreamMates kind of sucks. What's best making videos better because you have total control.
Yeah, and then you can just and then if people want to buy them, they can buy them.
That's not better. Although it doesn't make as much money.
No, but it's if you have a lot up, we should probably do some more. Like I said, that's why we got the doll. We're gonna do some more stuff with that. But you know what I mean. Yeah. Danny says a video of Jenny pretending she was stuck and Tom taking advantage would be hot. Just saying.
That's old.
And then High Desert said stuck where.
Stuck.
And then Danny said stuck like Annie the babysitter was stuck in the window in Halloween
stuck in a dryer.
Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah.
Her head's in a dryer and ass coming out. Oh my god. Yeah, that's an old one.
Oh yeah, we could do one like that. That'd be easy. Murder Hornet said, "Do you have one of those vibrators that you can remote control, control?"
She's talking about a Love Sense.
Yeah. I haven't bought one of those yet.
Yeah.
I do have they are kind of expensive. Yeah. I don't have one of the remote. It's I know a lot of the performers do have that, but one of these days I'll get one. But I haven't got one yet.
That's only if we go back to fucking streaming.
We
haven't really been fucking needing to stream. And here's another thing: is that the more you stream, if you're on StreamMate, the more you stream, the more tired they get of you.
It's when you it's these bitches.
You gotta be kind of like rare. You show, they're back.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when we're not there for a long time, I get messages being where are you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm that's probably good. We should
they take advantage. Well, that's why a lot of girls.
You don't want to take it for granted.
A lot of girls fucking jump between different services. They'll be on StreamMate for a while.
Yeah,
and they go
I get it.
Fucking,
I can see why.
Because
after a while, like you said, dudes they want novelty. So it's they're always they don't want to go back to the same one necessarily all the time. They might go back to the same one for a little while, but then they're gonna go to a different one.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of you have to kind of.
Okay, it's definitely time for us to go. So it's 9:30.
All right, so it's gonna be 9:30.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go out dancing.
Yep.
And maybe drinking some more this evening. Gonna go to Mannequins.
Yeah.
So I didn't see Dave drop by, but he said he was gonna be there tonight. So we'll see how it's going. But yeah, so thanks everybody for dropping by this evening, hanging out with us this Friday night. This is my favorite show of the week, to be honest with you. My favorite time of the week, getting to hang out with you guys, drinking and talking to you guys, and it's super fun. So hopefully you guys feel the same. And I will see you guys again. We'll see you again on Monday. We will probably be reviewing The Cell. I bought him that for Valentine's Day, and we watched it the other day. Might have some Halloween costume ideas in there too, but we'll see how it goes. I have been looking, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. But so that's probably the movie we're gonna do. It's gonna either be that one or Dark City probably. But so yeah, so hopefully you guys have a good weekend. I might put up a video over the weekend of The Dark Half, the Stephen King adaptation from 1993, because I did watch that and do kind of a thing for it. So I might record a video for that and put that up maybe on Sunday. But we'll see how that goes. But if not, then we will see you guys again on Monday night for a movie review. Thank you guys for dropping by. Have a good weekend, and we will see you guys again on Monday. Good night.